What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new edition of DC Action Hour.
Woo! Yeah! Sure, that's the thing.
All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Jeff. Thank you very much for joining us. This is the show where we talk all the DC shows on the CW, which would be Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, and, well, actually, Legends of Tomorrow. We're not doing that today, but usually we do, and Black Lightning. Yeah. All right, so as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Marx Pyle.
Hello, everyone.
And once again, joining us, it is from the Points of Interest Podcast Network, guest co-host Fernandez.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, thanks for coming back.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to have a bunch of people in the live chat. Raisa, listeners, me, Carrie, I think, and Victor, I think, are all there. Thank you guys for watching very much. We love hearing from you. And actually, folks, if you've been watching our show regularly, you know, this is actually going to be our last weekly show. You know, we've been doing this every week when the new episode's here. But Marx and I are just, we got super busy stuff going on and lots of stuff. So, yeah.
Being a vigilante at nights, really.
Right, exactly. That's exactly it. You know, we've been trying to get out of prison and stuff like Barry Allen. And
yeah.
I don't know. That made no sense.
I don't know how Oliver does it.
I'm actually broadcasting from prison.
Right?
How Oliver does it? So you said,
yeah,
vigilante?
He's a mayor by day, vigilante at night. When does he sleep?
He doesn't, man. That's the thing. We've actually never seen a scene. Well, no, we did. Obviously, never sleep. But there was that scene with Huntress where he was, after they had sex, he was asleep.
Of course.
That's what I just thought of. Because, you know, I love Huntress.
You're right, of course.
Hey, if she comes back, we'll do a special show just for that.
Yeah,
because we will be doing special shows every so often, folks. If we get some cool actors to come on from the shows like we've had in the past, or for like, you know, mid-season or finales and that kind of cool stuff. All right, here we go. So listeners may want to know, Marx, are you going to do your reprise of Right Said Fred's "I'm Too Sexy"? He was putting those lyrics in the chat before the show started. I think you totally should, listeners, mate. I agree. He should sing "I'm Too Sexy."
He just wants me to start stripping. Yeah. And then throw a pie.
Yeah. So
it all makes sense, I promise.
Yeah. All right, anyway, we'd like to kick things off before we get into the new episodes this past week with our super tweet question. By the way, Victor says maybe Green Arrow has a clone to be the mayor. That could be true.
Makes more sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But anyway, what is our super tweet question, Marx, this week?
This week, we saw that Arrow and Flash had a few plot twists. So what is your favorite plot twist in any superhero, or just in general, any TV show episode?
Race tweeted in just before our show started, Samaritan's intro into second AI in Person of Interest, or Sinclair is Valen on Babylon 5.
Yeah. I know the B5 one. I'm not sure about the Person of Interest one. That was a good one.
Yeah, I didn't get far enough in Person of Interest to know what that is, but I get the gist, though. Cool. Actually, Michael Emerson is amazing on Person of Interest, who is, of course, Cayden James as well, as we're going to talk about later. All right. What about you, Marx? What a plot twist.
Give me just one extra second to think about that.
You came up with a question.
I did. But,
all right,
then
Francis, I thought you already had an answer. That's what you came up with.
So is it any show, or it can be any type of show?
I mean, if you got a DC one, great, but if not, go any show.
I was going to say Fringe, learning that there was an alternate universe, an alternate world, and that certain characters came from that world over to the prime one. I thought that was a great twist, and definitely changed the way that the show actually did its episodes. It was like a monster of the week up until this one big plot twist, and then it just became like a serial afterwards. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, did it? Because I stopped watching after the first season. Did it become better when they did that?
I thought it did.
Yeah.
Just having the alternates and having the weird names that they gave the alternates was great. Like it got more fun the less it became X-Files. Yeah. It got more fun.
I mean, they're like parallel versions of themselves, basically, is what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I love parallel universe stories. They're great.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to think of it. There's so many I'm sure I'm forgetting on the DC shows. And folks, please put in the chat your answers. One I thought of, though, was, I think it was season 2 of Arrow, was Sarah's the reveal that Sarah's still alive and she's Black Canary, the first Black Canary that we saw in that show. And I think it's cool because it's one of like the few times I way in advance predicted that, like before I saw anybody else predicting it. Like I said, I bet that's freaking Sarah. And so I was like, yes, it came true because I wondered. That was cool. Marx is thinking hard over there. Outside of DC, I'm going to throw in Alias, which is a show I love, which had a lot of plot twists. One of the biggest ones was at the very beginning where we find out that Sydney Bristow, played by Jennifer Garner, is not working for the CIA, but SD6, an actually terrorist organization. And she thinks she's working for the good guys, and she is not. She's working for the bad guys.
That is a good twist.
Yeah. You find that out right away, so that's not ruining anything.
I mean, still. Okay, how about... Because Marx is still...
Yeah, Marx, come on, you got to give us something.
Oh my gosh, I'm like blanking on... there's so many great plot twists I just can't think of right now. Let me
share the chat. Victor says Fringe plot twist was a good one, so he likes Francis's answers.
Yeah.
Carrie says, mine goes back to Smallville when Lana thought she was getting it on with Clark. Turns out it was Bizarro. Clark, meanwhile, is trapped in a fortress prison. Wait, I forgot that. Did that happen? Wait, Carrie, what do you say get it on? They didn't actually have sex, right? Her and Bizarro, Clark, were they just like making out? I know Clark and her really had sex when she got powers at one time because it was the only time they could do it and not injure her.
So weird.
Yeah, no, it was great though, man. Come on, they broke the bed. It was hilarious.
All right,
Carrie, of course, says going to movies. He says, "Oh, and the whole Vader is Luke's dad thing." That I think is actually the greatest one in history in terms of movies.
Yeah, that is a good one. Very good one. I guess I feel like X-Files had a lot of great plot twists for one thing, but I can't think of a single one right now. But I think even though I'm going to throw out a few generic ones because I can't really say too much about this one, but I think even though it's controversial, I thought the Lost twist at the end was interesting. I mean, a lot of twists, really, because even what the hatch was a big twist, right? So lots of mysteries in it Lost. Some good, some not so great. But yeah, that's some stuff. Man, I had another one, I just forgot.
Sixth Sense.
You know what my favorite plot twist is? In the middle of the show, Mark just is going to, out of nowhere, just reveal his favorite plot twist.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
You know what my favorite plot twist is?
It's going to happen. I would tell you, man. We're going to be talking about, Arrow, and all of a sudden he's going to be like, I got it!
I will probably. You're correct. You know me well.
Victor says Vader was Luke's father. His grandmother didn't believe that was true. Okay. Well, it is quite shocking, I guess, if you only saw the first one and then somebody told you that without seeing Empire, I suppose.
So true.
Let's see. Oh, Carrie says, "Oh yeah, Lana and Bizarro got to know each other in the biblical sense." Oh my goodness, totally forgot that. And I love Smallville. Jeez.
Wow.
Is that before Clark got to have sex with her? That's terrible. Jeez.
Probably, yeah.
He spent years and years trying to get with her. And damn Bizarro comes in and ruins it. Listener's Base says, mine goes back to the days of Newhart. That's back in the day. When we find out that Bob Newhart has been asleep and dreaming of owning it in Vermont with his wife Emily from the Bob Newhart show.
That's a good twist.
Is it? See, I don't like those. Isn't that what Dallas did famously?
No, I think of that. No, it was called
what show am I thinking of?
It was a hospital show where it was all in the kid's head. You know what I'm talking about?
That's rough though, man. That's whenever you try to do shit like that. I mean, a comedy like Newhart probably can work, okay.
Yeah.
But saying oh, that shit you just watched didn't really happen, ha ha ha. That's it's like taking away all the freaking 5-10 years or whatever you just did on for people.
It was all a dream. Yeah. They do that a lot, though. That's a popular trope to use as.
Yeah, that's why I don't like.
Terrible one.
Yeah, it is terrible, and I don't like when they keep using the cliches, things like that. I hate when people get run over by buses or cars.
No, you should get run over by a scooter. No one will see.
That would be hilarious, actually.
They'll survive a scooter. Yeah. You need something with a little more.
No, the person will start walking into the street. Mm-hmm. And you just know, okay, yes, a car or bus is about to flatten them. And it's so fucking cliched and obvious. I hate it. Or when the characters like drop something in their cars they're driving and they go to get it. And you're like, okay, yep, a great huge car accident about to happen. They're going to be in a coma or they're going to die or something.
Or
I hate it because it's so cliched. It's so poor writing and like just lazy.
You never.
I guess Francis likes it. He's like, I love buses when they hit people.
Mr. Robot had a fantastic plot twist. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, Mr. Robot has. That's a great plot twist.
That's a great one.
Victor says, my grandmother loved the Star Wars movies, but she has excellent taste.
Oh, good.
Raisa says, and Victor, St. Elsewhere, I guess is what did the dream thing.
Yeah, the boy. No, St. Elsewhere was the kid. It was in his head the entire time. The whole hospital.
Hospital movie, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Was the name of the hospital actually St. Elsewhere?
It was.
What a strange name for it. It's almost like it sounds like a parallel Earth.
I want to say that was Denzel Washington's first acting gig, I want to say.
Who? Denzel Washington? Oh, I didn't know he was in that. Cool.
So, yeah.
All right, folks, feel free to keep putting your choices there for a cool plot twist from shows in the chat. But we will start talking about all the new episodes this week. All the shows were new except Legends of Tomorrow. Legends actually comes back this coming week, right?
Well, that's why you're ending this today, right?
Yeah,
that's why
I know. You joked about that.
It's like, what? Next week's Superboy? Or not Superboy.
Superboy. Okay, good. Can we watch that? That sounds cool.
Plot twist. Right there. There's the plot twist.
When's Wonder Girl coming out, too?
Legends of Tomorrow? Oh, well, we got to end it this week. So.
Yeah.
What? By the way, that's being paired with Black Lightning now, right? I think on Tuesdays. That's what they're doing.
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Oh, Iron Man 3. The villain, the big twist of the villain. Remember that?
Oh, no, that's a bad twist.
Well,
not bad.
I don't know.
It's not that bad, actually, but it wasn't like anywhere near, I think, as great as they thought it was going to be.
No.
It's true. Yeah.
I think they thought it was like, this is so going to be so cool. I was like, that's okay. I don't know, that's like the worst of the Iron Man movies, I feel.
Have you seen the movie The Mist?
Oh, yeah.
The one with Tom Welling?
The ending.
Ever. You'll
never forget that ending if you watch it.
Oh, well, see, if you're talking movies, there's so many we can do. Like, obviously, Sixth Sense has one of the greatest ones ever.
Right.
Unbreakable. That's like anything with any Shyamalan's early movies. Amazing ones.
Yeah, speaking of that, oh man, what was it called?
Split?
You know, finding out it's in the same, that plot.
Yeah.
What? Split?
Split is his last movie, and it's the twist at the end.
Wait, Shyamalan did a movie called Split?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really good?
Yes, it's very good.
Is it a horror, or is it more of like traditional drama, what he used to do?
Thriller, I guess.
Thriller? Okay.
It's like a thriller, yeah.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that he's back doing awesome, good stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
He had a rough go for it in a while.
I blame Avatar for that one.
Yeah.
That Avatar, the last Airbender one. Yeah.
The last Airbender, yeah.
Well, I think he got typecasted, if that's the right word, by always having a plot twist at the end. It's really hard to do that with every movie, you know.
He just needed to stop it, though. Then he doesn't have to do it.
I know, you get pressured. And then I think he got pressured to do something different. So he did an R-rated movie with The Happening, and that wasn't the great movie. And, you know, then he bounced to kid stuff with Avatar. And
there's no excuse for that. That is one of the worst movies you'll ever see.
Yeah.
I've fortunately never seen it, and I don't think I ever will, so.
Oh, you should not. It's terrible.
Okay, good.
Lister's Mate says, Superboy does sound cool. And Racist says, Mondays for Legends, Flash and Black Lightning on Tuesdays. That makes more sense. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Because Flash is on Tuesdays.
Cool.
So Legends is taking the Supergirl spot. That's right. When Supergirl goes.
Because iZombie has to go somewhere, so iZombie is probably going to hit.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
It's interesting. They're taking their two lowest rated superhero shows, and they're putting them in the same time slot, but different.
Supergirl and Legends, you mean?
Yeah, that's their two lowest rated shows so far this season.
Yeah, I know you're theorizing that one of them is going to go, and I really hope it's not Supergirl.
No, I hope not. I don't want any of them to go, but if they had to go, Legends at least could absorb those characters in other shows.
They could still guest on other shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lister's Mate says, by the way, you can talk about many of the Twilight Zone. Many of them had twists at the end.
But that's the purpose of Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Twist, yeah. Then I would say
And Victor says, I refuse to believe that The Last Airbender was a live-action movie. Good. You should refuse to believe it.
It was only a cartoon. Only.
All right.
Yes.
So anyway, let's get on to the shows this week. We will start with Black Lightning. Marx.
All right.
That was amazing special effects.
Right. Episode 4 of season 1. Black Jesus is the title. Written by Pat Charles, who's written for some shows you might have watched, like Iron Fist and Bones. And it was directed by Michael Schultz. He's done a lot of directing for Arrow and also the show Blackish. So in this episode, Lady Eve wants Tobias Well to get the city under control and fix his mess of paralyzing a teenager who some people say had Olympic ambitions. Makes for a nice celebrity story, I guess. It's not good for them. And meanwhile, there is a new drug on the streets that hooks people after one taste called green light. Black Lightning goes after suppliers and runs into an old childhood friend and nearly has a run of his daughter. And his daughter uses her powers and stuff. So some interesting consequences. All right.
New girlfriend.
What's that with her new girlfriend? Yeah.
To protect her new girlfriend.
Yeah.
She needs some training.
Well,
Like training by like her father or somebody who actually knows what they're doing, not just on her own.
Yeah. But she doesn't know her father does that, so it's kind of hard to...
True.
But she knows Black Lightning. She could go look for Black Lightning.
Come for me, Black Lightning. Stomp, stomp.
Can I just say, I think one of our viewers might have said this in the past, but in this episode in particular, like I'm just looking at his face and the way the mask covers it. I'm like, for some reason, him in particular, just so obvious to me that he is Black Lightning, and like people would not be fooled by that mask. Like I don't know, you can just see so much of his face. I feel like, how do you not know it's the principal? Like,
well, technically, Supergirl has the most obvious.
well, yes, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Supergirl is absolutely the most obvious, and Supergirl, that's always been ridiculous.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
And how could you see any pictures of Arrow and then look at and know, like, it's Oliver Queen, and just look at his chin and his little stubble beard he always has and not go,
No,
yep, that's him.
But he's got the hood. The hood, you can't really ever see his face if you're fighting him, The hood's covered.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
better than Supergirl and Black Lightning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Black Lightning, though, he said that he generates some kind of field, right, that makes people hard to see him. Is that the deal?
Yeah, that's what his daughter said.
Yeah,
it's like it hurts a little
that's
bit.
how they
to look.
explain it. That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, it's a cheaper effect than making that blur face that Barry does every time he flash.
See, that's good, though. That Barry's got a good man. He can, like, really... His mask actually really covers his face, but that blurry thing, forget it. Nobody's going to know who he is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what do we think of Black Lightning this episode?
Yeah.
It's
all done. It's all good.
It's all done. Just 4 episodes.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of like his electricity vision? Got a new little power with his suit.
I like that scene because he was just so amazed that he could do it. And he was super impressed that he could see everything. Like the smile on his face. I don't know. I like that. I don't know why. It's like you don't really see that in superheroes where they get excited about their new powers, and his ability to be able to do the X-ray. I thought was like, okay, he really likes doing what he's doing, and he's really having a good time with it. So I actually like that scene a lot.
Yeah, it's good. Too many times heroes go, I got a new power. Oh, woe's me. I wish I was normal.
or they use it and they're like, okay, well, that was a thing, and they really don't. They're not in awe of it like he is.
It's been an interesting thing so far where even though he's an experienced superhero and he has a lot of skills, he's been picking up new tricks throughout these episodes, and that's kind of neat to see that. Like he's learned how to do a narrow blast and now this vision thing, and that's kind of cool. I wonder if they'll keep doing that or not.
I mean, he was out of the game for whatever number of years.
9 years.
Yeah. So it makes sense for him to kind of have to get back on that bike and have to relearn how to ride it. But yeah, and those were powers he didn't have before. He just had that weird kind of bodysuit, and he had his electrical powers. He didn't really have any of these gadgets. Which what does this guy do? What does this guy do other than
Gamby?
Yeah. Like, what is his job?
He keeps a lot of secrets. We know that now.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, that's true.
You know what he is. He's the tailor, right? That's a shop. I mean, nobody ever shops there, but
no, he's a former Kingsman. That's what he is.
That was what I was thinking. It's like this is very.
That would be so awesome.
Kingsman DC. I hope Kingsman.
He'd be a statesman though, because he doesn't have a British accent.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's just fake. He actually has a British accent.
Maybe.
Blended. Yeah.
Speaking of Black Lightning, there's this whole little sub storyline in addition to fighting the bad guys, where a student takes that drug, the green light, and whether or not he's going to get expelled or kicked out of the school or not, and there's a fight with the board and stuff. What do you think of this vice president? You think she's after his job? I'm kind of starting to wonder.
No.
Nope.
I think she's after him.
After him.
No, I think it's been made obvious the other episodes. She's got the hots for him.
I'm with you, Jeff, on that one. I think that's the case too. I think that's the case.
She totally does. When I don't, sorry, I'll share some chat in a second here, folks. I see Victor and Carrie are putting stuff in there. What I don't like is that he basically treats her like shit, or just doesn't acknowledge her. Like, even though she may want to get with him, which is totally fine. He's not married anymore,
It's true, yeah.
So she seems to really be working her ass off to try to help him. I mean, she even this episode and the previous episode said like I'm here for you. She's really trying to help him, and he doesn't say anything when she says that. He just kind of looks back at his desk and doesn't work, and she just leaves without him acknowledging it. I'm like, this is supposed to be the person working with you the most closely in the school. Why do you have such I don't know. It's like he just doesn't care about her at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make me want to like this guy, which is...
Well, he's distracted. He has so much on his plate as Black Lightning.
But he doesn't do that to any other character, except her.
Well, he
didn't ask her what he put whenever she gets out of the shower. What she touches with the towel.
Well,
first.
that actually she might enjoy it because she wants to get with him. She'll be like, "Whoa, well, hey, why don't you come to my apartment? I'll show you."
That was hope. Oh, her dream is to be asked that question.
Yeah, but that would really be sexual harassment.
Yeah,
he did that.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know why. You're right. She is really cold to her. He's really cold to her, and it's...
I don't get it. I'm not sure what... But because he doesn't show any signs that he thinks she's after him and romantically, because maybe that he would do that to make sure she doesn't get any wrong ideas,
Right.
He wants to get back with his ex-wife.
Yeah.
It might be.
Maybe.
Anyway, so Carrie says, Jeff is right. She's a VP, not his administrative assistant. Which is she actually says that line, which I liked in this episode. She's like, "Tell the board yourself. I'm not your freaking secretary."
Yeah.
Which is how he views her.
Yeah.
I don't like it. He needs to treat women better. Victor says she is after him. Her support before the board shows it. She may change if he keeps overlooking her feelings.
Mm-hmm. I just think he's just unaware of it.
Because he's totally he needs to get back with his ex-wife. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there's something. Well, I can already see it now. There's something that's going to happen with the ex-wife, where they get even further estranged, and then he'll go to her, and they'll have a one night.
The vice principal.
Yeah. Then the vice principal thinks it's going to be a thing, and he's like, "No, it's just a one night thing, and it's going to be complicated."
He's going to break her heart.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
And then she's going to be like, "No, I am going to take your job."
Exactly. I see that. I can actually see that happening.
Victor had said earlier, I liked it that he went to leave the stakeout to check to make sure people were safe. We'll probably get to that in a little bit. Yeah. Carrie says, I really wanted to know how Tobias could have believed BL was dead and tricked others without showing the body. His rise to power is fraudulent. His sister should be in charge. His sister does seem way smarter than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so we get introduced to his sister. What do you guys think of the sister so far?
It's funny, when they showed her in the car driving, I was just like, who the hell is this character?
Right.
To see a woman driving in a car.
It was a weird introduction in a way.
Again, the sister seems actually clever.
Mm-hmm.
Not just killing people all the time like Tobias is and just torturing them. She actually seems like she's going to use her head and do some really smart stuff to try to get what they want.
Well, it looks like Tobias is more of he gets his reputation by force.
Yeah, and she's the thinker. She's more manipulative.
Yeah, exactly.
I always like those kind of villains. The brute force ones just don't. Again, for me, they're so cliche. They're boring. I'm just like, come on.
But they never bring up the fact that they shot the wrong person. It never gets brought up again that she shot the wrong guy. He shot the wrong guy. Even what's her face? The other Lady Eve. She just says, "Oh, you shot a pastor," as if it was intentional. and it wasn't a mistake. But that was a mistake, right? Like we're still.
Well, Lady Eve doesn't know it was a mistake though, unless Tobias tells her.
Okay, I was gonna say I think because so far nobody is acknowledging that it's supposed to happen.
It made no sense.
Right? It's just kind of acting like, okay, well that's what happened. We're gonna move on. But the sister's cool.
In the live chat, Raisa says Lady Eve and sister should be the big bad, not Tobias. Word, I agree. Stormy says I agree. Raisa in the chat too. Hey Stormy, thanks for watching.
And what was Lady Eve doing in the beginning there? To the dead body.
Yeah, but it was like dead. Not actually dead or something, or
didn't look like it.
Yeah, that was weird.
Something tells me it's voodoo. I'm guessing.
I almost wanted to guess that.
Yeah.
Well, Lady Eve in the comic books, she's actually head of a branch of Cobra.
Cobra?
Which is DC,
Cobra?
Not Cobra G.I. Joe.
Oh.
Cobra Vacay in DC Comics.
Oh, they're like jeez, okay.
Evil terrorist cult group.
I'm sorry, they just stole that from G.I. Joe. Or maybe G.I. Joe stole it from them, who knows. But Cobra and G.I. Joe is way cooler.
Yeah. You never heard of them before? They're kind of another cult group, kind of like
the Cobra Kai. Yeah.
That would be great thing. That dojo leader from Cobra Kai shows up. Ralph Macchio is has to help Black Lightning out.
Hey, Black Lightning, teach me how to sweep the leg.
And I wonder if there's a bigger bad than 100, because she sounds like she keeps saying we gave you the 100, blah blah blah. So I wonder who the bigger group is, because there is in the comic books a 1,000.
Oh my god! I was just gonna make a joke, but that's real.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was totally going to say that's a joke. I was like, that's too corny to say as a joke. I'm not even going to say it.
I know. But then there's Cobra, too. Cyanide used to be a member of Cobra, so they might do some combo.
They stop at 1,000, right? They don't go up to 1,000,000.
1,000,000?
It's just...
Each group is trying to top the next one.
Nobody talks about the million.
I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
So silly.
But no.
Well, it was the 70s, at least for Black Light.
No, here's the thing. There are so many silly things in comics that we just, you just got to accept it.
That's true.
So, Green Light. What did you guys think about that drug? And I really liked the scene with 2 Bits, especially whenever he comes back. Jefferson comes back as Black Lightning, and he's like, before you knock me out, can you take a selfie? Come on.
Oh, that was great.
That was the best part of the episode.
There's a lot of good humor, I think, that they're infusing in this.
Really?
Except for, I think so.
Well, I think funny. Before that happened, I was actually thinking, this show is so goddamn serious. There's no humor whatsoever in it. And then they did that, and I was like, oh god, thank God they put one thing of humor.
But see, I found the whole towel thing silly. That was the.
Well, yeah, I know we disagree. It was so awkward. I wanted to throw up.
It was an attempt at humor. I don't know.
It was a terrible attempt at humor.
Clearly landed, but that's what they were trying for.
At least this one actually worked. This attempt at humor.
Yeah, and I think once they get their legs in, they're only 4 episodes in. Once they get their legs, I think they'll have to infuse.
They need Ralph Dibny. I'm just kidding. He'd be so out of place in this show.
I'd like him there, though. That'd be amazing.
That's a bit of a stretch, Jeff.
No.
Hey, folks, I'm sorry. You're going to be missing these great puns by Marx every week now. Maybe he'll just tweet you some for all time's sake.
Yeah, I'll just tweet you my weekly pun.
That should be the pun of the week.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. It has to be...
it's not amazing at all. It's really terrible.
Oh, come on. Superhero-related puns every week.
Carrie says, I'm waiting for the Infinity Gang. Oh, yeah, nobody beats them. They're the top.
That's true. That is the top of the top.
Victor says, I like the way he describes her, because she never talks. Sniper Woman might have decided to undermine Tobias by shooting the pastor. It has play to replace Tobias as the head of the 100. Or she has, maybe. I don't know.
Could be.
Yeah, but how is she going to give commands? She just
glares at them.
Well, yeah, I know. We keep saying that. She probably does talk, right? They haven't just given her any lines.
I don't think she does.
Well, you think she actually might be a mute?
Maybe.
She doesn't seem to be deaf, though. I guess she could be mute.
No, she'd just be
Maybe
mute.
Tobias cut her tongue out. That's a terrible thing he would do.
Yeah. Again, brute force. That's kind of his thing, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I think they're going to wait to some really crazy thing, and they'll be like, here's a plot twist. She speaks!
But yeah, green light as a drug, giving them super strength. Kind of Hulkish. I thought that was kind of funny, like a little. Even though I know it's not a Marvel show, a little Marvel humor there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see the point of it, I guess. Like,
well, in the chat, Carrie says green light is a strength-enhancing drug. Could it be Bane Venom related, which is a DC
thing? Like Venom.
That's a very interesting thought, Carrie. I like that.
Yeah.
Because then it would have some play. Because you're right. It's basically just they wanted some kind of street drug, right? And they just said we're going to come up with this. And
but why? Yeah, of all the things to give the person powers, though, is strength. And then they die afterwards.
And what's Mirakuru, right? Is what Arrow did. That was a drug on the streets for a while, right? Or a version of that?
That was, well, I mean, that was Slade's mission, was to give everyone Mirakuru so he'd have an army. I mean, that was kind of his goal.
But that's what they were peddling for a while, right? And that's what Roy got hooked on, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so Arrow's already done this, obviously.
I was going to say they're hatching an Arrow plot.
Did they give it out as drugs, though?
Yeah, what's his face? Yeah, the guy who was running for DA or mayor or somebody who was really working for Slade.
Brother Blood.
He was testing it on people. At least I know that, because he was trying to see who could survive.
Yeah.
This is season 2, folks, of Arrow, which is the best season as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And most people say, actually.
It's
Slade. It's a Slade season. Or Deathstroke.
I don't know. I guess it's it's a good plot device, if anything. I mean, that's all I can. It's like you say, though. It's a good plot device, but
it'll be interesting. Then maybe there'll be a drugged out person taking on Thunder.
But the kid died, right? Like, the kid ended up dying.
Well, we never found out, actually. No, he rescued him from that place. He carried him out of that place, so I think he's still alive.
Okay. I for some reason thought he was dead.
No, the drug didn't kill him, but he was going to get kicked out, but then he went back for more drugs because it hooks you on first time you take it hooks you.
Well, it's free the first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scumbags. Stormy says the Count dealt drugs in Arrow. She's right. And she also says Thea had a drug dealer in season 1. She's totally right. Yep. Lister's Mate says green light could be a reference to the Arrow's universe. It could be the drug that Diggle was taking this current season.
Oh,
but that didn't give Diggle any powers, right? That just
stabilized.
Helped him stabilize. Yeah, his shakes.
Yeah, they didn't tell us a whole lot about it,
but it did lead to. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Carrie says I was thinking it's a way to bring in Vertigo or Richard Dragon as drug suppliers, mini crossover opportunity.
Maybe.
And Stormy says, yeah, Vertigo is the name of the drug. Thanks, Carrie.
That's the one, Vertigo. Yeah. No, but it did have a cool little hallway fight scene that in the house when he was the guy.
It is. No, all the fight scenes are really well done. I guess at this point, though, I'm like, every episode is the same thing. He goes into some place, he kicks everybody's ass super easily, and that's it. Like, at some point, he's got to have a challenge. Like, there's no challenge whatsoever.
This is episode 4 of what, a 13 episode?
No, 12, maybe 13.
12 or 13. I mean, so...
Okay, that's a third of the way through, though.
Remember Arrow, season 1, he didn't really have a real challenge until Merlin popped up. And they kicked his butt.
That's right.
Merlin did kick his butt the first time?
Yeah. Okay. It seemed like he was almost unstoppable for many episodes when he actually fought someone. But then when Merlin kicked, it popped up, or the Dark Archer, or whatever his name is, he just like totally, nearly killed them. And you're like, whoa.
That was good.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Rain, right? We all like that Rain actually kicked Kara's butt because it was a good challenge.
So maybe we'll get that moment in Black Lightning coming up.
But unfortunately, it's probably going to be with Whale, that idiot.
Well, they're going to have to get some more bad guys because pretty soon he's going to have Thunder on his side, and they're going to have to be tough to be in both.
Well, they have people with powers. There's going to be villains with powers. There has to be.
There will be.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what Lady Eve is they're hinting at with the...
Oh, maybe she's experimenting?
Yeah, experimenting, probably making a super soldier of some sort, probably.
And we think Whale has super strength anyway, so...
Yeah.
Probably so. He does in the comics, I think. So.
The way he killed... what the hell was his name? You know what I'm talking about. Lala, yeah.
Yeah. He got an Oscar.
He got an Oscar?
He went to La La Land.
Oh God! All right, that was a stretch even for you, man. That was rough to make that connection.
Anyway, How about, speaking of Thunder, how about her first use of her powers where she accidentally gets a little carried away with the green light, drug dealers, and then protecting Grace.
Yeah, that's not good. She almost killed that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was interesting. You don't really see that very often in superhero stuff where they first use their powers and they accidentally go overboard. So
it makes sense.
Yeah.
She has no idea what she's doing or what her limits are, really.
Mm-hmm. And aside from Supergirl, really, there are no other superheroes with super strength in the
shows.
Yeah, really. Well, nobody else has super strength. So.
I think you're right. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh? That's really weird. You think that'd be really common?
You think so, right? Like,
well,
I guess Grodd does, obviously, but I mean, you're talking about the hero side.
Yeah, the hero side. Yeah. None of the heroes have super strength. Everyone has speed. Apparently, everyone's a speedster.
Well, wait, wasn't what's his face does on freaking Metal Guy on Legends?
Oh,
what's his name? I can't think.
Oh yeah, Steel.
Yeah, Captain Steel, whatever.
I guess he kind of does, right? Because when he turns into Steel.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same though, because I guess maybe it's just his steel enhancing.
I mean, technically, Adam, I guess, has strength
with the armor. Yeah.
The armor, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's still not the same as what Supergirl. That
yeah.
Kind of pure
Vixen does when she becomes an ape or something.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. You're right. Like Thunder is really a pure, like that's her thing. Her strength is her thing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I never thought about that. It's weird. It's a common superpower. Yeah.
Victor says in the chat, we are forgetting about the Freedom City Police Department. They want Black Lightning out of the picture as well. BL is a problem from them. And then Listeners May says, does the character Gambi make you think of Alfred from Batman?
Yeah. Alfred and Fox in Batman. What's his name?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Lucius Fox.
Yeah, like a combo of them.
Yeah. So, I guess, yeah.
And Carrie says, can we talk about Sideways Gambi? He looks a whole lot of shady. Don't trust him.
Who?
That was who?
You say like he's sideways because you can't trust him.
Yeah.
Well, you want to finish off on Anissa first, and then we can talk about Gambi?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you think the Gambi's going to like help her and not tell Black Lightning, or you think he doesn't know who it is yet?
See, because I didn't get really why he didn't tell Black Lightning about it, unless he does know it's her. I'm thinking he knows it's her somehow.
I would think so. I don't see why he wouldn't tell Black Lightning, unless Black Lightning just has a death wish and we haven't seen it yet. I don't know.
Wait, what do you mean Black Lightning has a death wish? What?
Well, because he's protecting Black Lightning from Tobias well, and he's just going to be really protecting of him. I think it's because he knows that it's Anissa. So.
Oh yeah.
Because he looked really worried when he saw the foot. Gambi, I mean.
He's probably suspected they might get powers.
Yes, that's what I think. Like he was maybe when the reaction was like, "Oh, what I feared came true," and
she's going to get a cool costume at some point. We know that. So.
Yeah. So it makes sense. I think it's good. It was a good way to protect Jefferson from knowing about. I mean, because I don't think he's ready to know that his daughter has powers. He's probably He's going to react irrationally or something. Maybe that's the fear that he'll do something off the rails.
Yeah,
finding
he's
out
definitely not ready for that. He's not ready for the other one to have sex. So
that's true. So
Carrie in the chat says Gambi may be the true big bad of the season. I actually think Gambi is good. It's still that would be quite a twist.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Reza says in comics, Gambi is the hitman who killed Jefferson's dad for Tobias. Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. So he was bad.
Yeah.
But then he turned good?
Yeah.
Does Jefferson know that in the comics?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god, and he still works with him? That's crazy.
I don't know. Jeez. I don't know if that's how they're going to do it in the show or not. Yeah. They've been staying pretty close to the characters' origins and stuff, so who knows?
Wow. Thanks, Ray. I didn't know. That's quite a twist there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's so street smart. He has contacts.
Yeah, no kidding.
Although he might not kill his dad in this one, or if he did, Black Lightning doesn't know, because they did say something about Tobias stuffing something in his dad's mouth.
Dad, yeah. I think Tobias killed the dad, probably.
Yeah. Probably so. Unless Gambi's keeping that secret.
Nah, they're gonna keep Gamby pretty good. Yeah, they'll keep him a good guy through and through. I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then last thing, Jennifer and her boyfriend. Well, you guys, because there's Tobias making moves on the boyfriend as a ploy to.
I thought that was dumb. I thought that was the dumbest thing.
Really? No, I thought that was a smart move by his sister to again use the celebrity of the.
Yeah, but the kid, he was there. It wasn't like I just don't see how he's going to put those two things together and be like, oh, now
I think so.
Really? All right.
Yeah, because look, they're trying to take out Black Lightning.
Yeah.
And if Black Lightning wasn't there, he would not have gotten shot. That's just fact.
You know what? They could have gotten rid of Black Lightning if they actually shot Black Lightning instead of. This wouldn't be a problem if they knew how to shoot the gun.
But and the kid just found out. He thought he could recover, and then they just told him, no, like that's not going to happen. You're going to be paralyzed the rest of your life.
I almost wonder if that's true or not, though. I almost wonder if that doctor didn't get paid off to tell him that.
Ooh, that would be a good twist. Because we know Tobias had the other doctor in his pocket who he killed.
Yeah, and Tobias had already given him some gifts. He was already making moves. Maybe he also pay off the doctor to give him.
That's the perfect time for him to swoop in and be like, to twist his emotions and stuff,
It's a good.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Either way, there's a chip on Earth 1 that can take care of the whole thing. It's all good.
Oh, yeah. Let's just go to Curtis and that's right. And Felicity.
It's fine.
Felicity and Curtis is going to start up a business. It's going to fix all that. So
exactly.
Get hold out.
No worries. The kid's going to have his Olympic gold after.
Helix Technologies or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Helix, yeah. Bad name pick, but whatever. It's like, I'm going to start a new government agency called Hydra. It's going to be great.
This is another moment where I didn't like Jefferson, though. Because I liked Khalil, and I liked that he wasn't dead, because I was afraid he was going to die from getting shot.
Oh, yeah.
And I liked that he was determined, like, even when they thought he wasn't going to, he was like, I don't care what they say, I'm still going to walk again, before he found out later on.
Right.
But then earlier, and it was the fact that Jennifer is going to be with him, I thought was awesome, actually. That was really cool of her. Mm-hmm. But then her father, particularly her father, is like, stop spending so much time with Khalil. You need to focus on school and your track team. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, stop going to the paralyzed kid that got paralyzed because you were there as Black Lightning. I'm like, that just showed no empathy whatsoever for me. Like, I got so pissed off, like, at him that
I understand it. I mean, they're high school kids.
Yeah.
And it's not just she's visiting him. She's like sacrificing everything for him,
I totally disagree with that. She's sacrificing one thing, track. She's not skipping school. She's going to school.
She ends up sacrificing track. She may have been like, well, I'm not, it could have led to something else. I think that's kind of the implication. But you're right. I mean, at least a little bit of empathy. At least be like, okay. At least be reasonable and say, we'll compromise. You can do this and that.
Or just you visit, or at least I know it's important. You really care about him. Why don't you visit him, blah, 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 these times, and then you got to do your school stuff, blah, blah, this time.
He's still thinking about his feet, man. That's what Jefferson's thinking about. That guy's feet. That's all he's thinking about. That's all he knows.
Dude, if I was Jefferson, I'd be feeling guilty. That's what I'd be feeling for this kid getting shot. But apparently he has no guilt. Well, he's more guilt over the kid who he's trying to save from getting expelled.
He stopped everybody else getting shot,
Yeah. Not really.
They're all going to get mowed
they didn't
down.
decide to shoot anybody else.
They're all going to get mowed down if they get popped in.
That was good. I agree, yes. He stopped the other hitman guy.
Yeah.
But I can understand, because she's really good at track, and it's something for her career, for scholarship and stuff. And, just because he can't run anymore, she shouldn't stop running too. That's not healthy, especially as a teenager.
Yeah, but it should be her decision. He's not doing it for her. He's somewhat living through his own life vicariously, because we know he was a track guy too, we found out.
What's her power? It's not speed,
lightning.
Right?
Lightning.
Speed's. Oh, it is lightning. Okay, because track, running, makes me wonder if she's going to be.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
It's supposed to be electricity.
I wonder if she was so good at track.
Exactly.
I don't have to practice, Dad. I have super speed. It's fine.
Just a thought, but okay. Lightning. All right.
Anyway, I don't know. I say
she doesn't have her powers yet, so who knows what form it'll take.
That's true.
I think give the kid. I think the mom was more reasonable, where she was saying, take a couple of days to think about it. If you still don't want to do it, we'll respect your decision.
Yeah.
That's the right way to parent.
Yeah.
They should be living with the mom, by the way.
Well, and maybe it's also just to kind of, I mean, maybe it's just the show's way of showing how he does struggle as a dad, and that's what he does.
Yeah, that's okay. Sure. That's a tough parenting stuff, particularly when you're a superhero.
Exactly.
he said, I sympathize, but you're my daughter, and you come first, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah. No, if he really sympathized, he'd actually show some sympathy, not just say it.
And they've been friends, but they only started dating, like, for a few weeks. And then they were going to have sex, and then he gets paralyzed. So it's like, you know, you don't want to see your daughter, like, sacrifice her entire life, potentially, for someone to just start dating, you know?
Yeah.
He's got torn responsibilities.
Yeah. So. He's a loser as far as I'm concerned. In that reaction, he is.
All right. Ooh, ouch. All right.
Well, and with that thought, what do we rate it?
All right.
And actually, guys, what do we call it?
Folks in the chat, we have a different rating system every time because we never came up with one for Black Lightning. So we've done, damn it, I can't even remember. What was the A? Something with the books. Gold stars. We've done gold stars. We've done bolts. I don't remember what we did last week. But give us some suggestions in the chat what we can rate.
How about electricity vision goggles?
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. Oh, you did harpoons. I think?
Wait, did we do harpoons last week? Or that was a suggestion, I know.
Yeah.
I don't think we did it, but it was
suggested. We did something else.
It was washing machines. It was washing machines.
Yes, that was too good. It was washing machines.
Yeah. She kicked the washing machine.
Something.
How many green
Carrie, by the way, says Jefferson did show empathy. He delivered the bad news in person about not walking again. I mean, he was very, nice about... I mean, he did that in an appropriate way. Unfortunately, that is just a kooky writer thing because really the mom should be doing that, not the principal. Why is the principal telling some kid? Come on. Particularly about a kid he doesn't really like very much, obviously.
They just don't want to hire another actor.
No, they need to say, this is our star, so we make moments for our star to deliver this kind of lines. When in reality, it would never happen.
Right.
Well, he's Black Jesus. He's really in tune with the kids, right?
Oh, so, I agree. He is, unless the kid wants to have sex with his daughter.
Yeah. my recommendation is green lights. How many green lights?
Oh, that actually would be appropriate.
Yeah. There we go.
People are putting... Racist says 3 washing machines. She's going to use that again.
Washing machines is a great one. I think it should.
It is.
Say.
Victor says 3.5 amps.
Oh, that's
Carrie says, how about Black Jesus Portraits ratings? A Good Times reference.
Oh.
Did they use that in Good Times, the show?
Yeah.
I never really saw much of Good Times. That's a dynamite, right?
Mm-hmm. Is the Good Times dynamite? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I think so, unless I'm mixing up my shows.
All right. So
what do we got? No other suggestions. What else? What else? Green lights, you said?
Green lights, I say, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm down with that. That was appropriate for the show. Okay,
sure.
Maximum of 4 green lights. What do you give it, Francis?
I thought it was a good episode. I had very little issue with it, other than I understand you did. But three green lights for me.
Marx, I'm still thinking.
I give it 3.25 green lights.
Oh, there you go.
Oh wow, they're gonna give it more. I think we give the same 2.5. I mean, look, because there's plenty. I'm not saying the whole episode was bad. It was just that one moment that I really didn't like. All right, 2.5 for me as well.
All right.
Jeez, I hope there's not 2 moments next time. 1.5.
What are you talking about? You gave it the same rating.
One moment.
I'm just kidding.
He always gives it the same. He does that, and then he's like, yeah.
I just tease with you. I'm giving you a hard time. Alrighty. Well, let's. Move
on to our next show, which is Supergirl.
Ooh.
All right, this is the 13th episode of season 3. Both Sides Now is the title. It is written by Jessica Queller, and Paula Yu. They are veteran Supergirl writers, and directed by Jesse Warren, also who's directed many of the Supergirl eps. In this episode, Supergirl and the DEO capture Purity, and Kara and Alex battle over very different interrogation techniques. Meanwhile, Sam takes Ruby ice skating, but ruins the fun when she turns into Rain.
Rain, how dare she?
Rain what?
Raining on her
parade. Oh, God. Now you're turning to Marx. Jeez.
Very good. Very good, Grasshopper.
No, very bad. Don't take after Marx. Terrible. Anyway, Carrie's telling us about good times. It's Jimmy Walker, by the way, who I was thinking of in terms of who said the dynamite line. Carrie says, good times had a Black Jesus app where JJ painted a Black Jesus and everyone in the ghetto started having good luck. Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Alrighty, so where do you want to start with this, Jeff?
Let's start with Julia / Purity. So the woman who becomes Purity. And so the episode, it's actually, I don't know, it's a little amusing as you think about it, I guess. The way they all break into her house, the DEO and Supergirl, and she's there listening. She's actually singing. Shit, what is it? Fuck.
Stay it was Stay from, what's her face?
Lisa Loeb. Lisa Loeb. It was great. It was Lisa Loeb. And she says, have fun with singing it. And she has no idea all these people are in her house pointing guns at her.
Of all the songs to I don't know, that was weird. It was a really weird scene.
I think it was kind of fun, though. But also, I'm not sure why. It felt like a little overkill to me that they decided to all break in like it was the most wanted terrorist on Earth in the house.
Well,
like,
if she's
couldn't they maybe think that maybe she... But yeah, but I don't know. For me, I was like, wouldn't they know that maybe she was in her human form, possibly? But I guess they don't really know that at that point.
Yeah, they don't really know that yet.
They do now.
No, yeah. But they knew. Well, but they knew she saved the girl. Yes, they did, Marx. They already knew that.
Oh, yeah.
They revealed.
Yeah. But they didn't.
I mean, I wouldn't go like, oh, she's a Worldkiller and she saved somebody in a car, so let's give her reasonable doubt. Let's knock on the door. Because as far as they know, she's just as deadly as Rain, and that's not to be messed with.
Okay,
that's for sure.
But if she really was the Worldkiller, why is she just hanging out in her house?
I mean, but they don't. I mean, they don't know anything about the Worldkiller. It could be a front.
I'm sorry, I don't.
They got to hang out somewhere, and everybody's got supervillain bases, you know.
Yeah, and it's not your house; it's the freaking evil fortress where Rain hangs out.
I mean, I think it was a better safe than sorry scenario. I get it. Like, I understood completely why they went full force on someone who could potentially kill all of them.
Yeah. All right, fine.
They didn't start blowing away the house or anything. They just kind of
down the door. Thank goodness they didn't blow up the house.
They just nuke it. Just be safe.
Save some trouble. That's for
terrible.
One less episode to do. All right, check.
But it's a good lesson on why you need to be careful of headphones. They sneak up on you anytime.
It's true.
It's ridiculous. She's in her house. She's not like driving with headphones on. Minding her own business. Anyway, wait. You know what? If they didn't do that, though, maybe she doesn't even turn into Rain, or not the Rain, but sorry, Purity.
I thought for a minute she was going to be in the shower, and they were just busting the shower on her.
Now that would have been funny.
Oh man, it made more sense for her singing too. I guess.
And then they could have asked her, does she dry her feet first with her towel?
When you get out of the shower and get that towel, what do you dry first? I want to know. It's a judge on your character.
Race in the chat says, I thought the characters were acting forced, didn't like Alex's rationale. Yeah, I definitely want to get to that. I agree with you, Race.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, let's talk about Julia and Purity. What do you guys think about her, her as Purity and, trying to back to be Julia and stuff?
I don't know. So Black Siren has, evil. But, yeah. I mean,
what do you say Black Siren for?
Black Siren?
Same powers as Black Siren.
That's true.
Oh, I see. Because she has the screaming.
She has the scream power, yeah. And
I am a little underwhelmed by her powers, and it reminds me, I didn't even think of Black Siren. That's the most obvious. I didn't even think of it for some reason, but I was thinking like Silver Banshee from earlier, the prior season, and how quickly they negated her powers. And we're like, well, it's kind of disappointing.
Well,
yeah.
By the way, in the chat, Carrie says the only mistake they made was not evacuating the neighbors when they went to her house. Victor says, saving a person's lives puts you on the most wanted evil list. Thank you, Victor. Anyway, I actually thought her powers were pretty cool and quite powerful. But you're right, they negated it way too quickly. I was like, well, that was really easy. But then she showed that she also had super strength. I don't know why she wasn't using that earlier on.
Because she doesn't have heat vision like Rain does, I guess. So
yeah, but she's still really strong. She was still proving problems for them after they negated her screaming.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
Just to learn her powers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could be.
Well, they even said like what's her face? The projection in that cave was like, oh, she's just a baby, or she's just a new learning her powers. So
Yep.
she's no idea what she's-
Reynolds' teacher.
Yeah, sure.
Well, no, she's going to teach her
Oh,
how to use her
well,
powers.
It'll be interesting to see if she keeps fighting against it or she finally caves in or what.
Yeah, anyway, I liked her a lot actually. I liked how she was a purity. She was the way when to sell her lines and stuff, and I liked her as Julia in the struggle there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder why the Sam Rain thing wasn't more of a, because it seemed to happen back and forth a lot with Purity, but not with the Sam Rain business. It's just instantaneous. I am one or the other, and there's no kind of battle back and forth. Especially when she has a daughter that could kind of snap her out of it. I think that'd be more struggle with the two personalities. But anyway, I think she's a good addition to the Worldkillers trifecta.
It was creative giving her different powers. I just wish they didn't negate it so quick. And it makes sense in a way because they fought Silver Banshee earlier, and then they know about Black Siren, Black Canary, and stuff. So
yeah, but isn't her power more than just a supersonic wave? Like she puts things with that power, and it's like, oh, I can't push things anymore now that you have those things in your ears. Like she has that, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And maybe Rain will show her how to do even more powerful, so their thing won't work anymore against her.
Hopefully.
I mean, it is. You're right, because it's kind of weird because she can like scream and bust down a wall, but if I wear an earplug, it doesn't hurt me. I mean, it's kind of does a wall hear you when you scream at it? If you scream at a tree and there's no one else around, did the scream break the tree?
Right. If we put earmuffs on the wall, she won't be able to break them.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Carrie in the chat says, are we going to learn more about the women behind the Worldkillers? What is she supposed to be? The projection, I think he means, right?
Oh, yeah.
She's cool, actually. I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very evil.
Yeah.
I am curious about Pestilence, though, if they're all different powers.
I bet. Yeah.
Now that makes me more curious to see what that could be.
Upon the name, you maybe she causes disease or something, possibly.
Oh, that'd be great.
Or makes people feel sick.
That's a good power. Maybe not to feel sick, but like, well, yeah, I guess actually make you sick as opposed to feeling sick. Actually get sick. That'd be a really hard,
really nasty power. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a nasty power.
And then win, and 5 seconds later, we'll come up with a cure.
Sure. Yeah. Here's some penicillin. It'll take care of everything. Don't worry.
Super vaccine. I've cured all diseases now. Also, by the way.
Yeah.
It's patented. I can't give it to anybody.
Yeah. DEO copyright. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. It'll be interesting to see what Pestilence is like.
All right, so let's talk Kara and Alex. They were doing very different things here with Purity. So I really liked Kara, actually, because finally, after what seemed like forever, Kara got back to what I feel like she started with first season, being super caring and wanting to always see the good in people and wanting to save Julia. Like, that was great. I love that. I was like, woo, I've been waiting for this for a long time, this version of Kara to come back. Mm-hmm. And then Alex didn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, they explained it later, and I got it. But I agree with Raisa. I feel it was very forced.
Yeah.
It didn't feel, because the way they had her dealing with the Maggie thing before, in the episodes up to this felt very real, and the way somebody would go through that. And then all of a sudden they just felt like they had to, we're going to make her really pissed this episode and not jive with the rest of the stuff we've done in previous episodes. Because we need Kara and her to be in odds.
Yeah, good cop, bad cop. Yeah.
And I hated it. It's not, because that's reverting Alex, I think, back a couple of years. But she's grown since then as a person.
Yeah.
What did you guys think?
I think it's also in part, I don't know, they communicated a little bit, but not very well, I don't think. But it's also in part that she is scared a little bit of these Worldkillers. Like, they almost killed her sister, and she hates feeling potentially powerless to them because they are very dangerous.
Isn't Alex powerless to most of the people that Supergirl finds herself against?
Not with her exo armor suit on. She can, with that, and never show again.
She only did that once, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's right.
Be whipping that thing out all the time.
Yeah, you see? It only had one battery. It doesn't work anymore.
She can take a Lillian suit now.
That's true.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be great.
It'd be great if get the suit, like a new paint job, and just no helmet.
So you can see get rid of the green. The green's terrible.
Yeah.
It's Luther colors. What do you want?
I know. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Raisa says, you can tell they have budget issues. There's only 3 Worldkillers when in canon there are 5. Well, that's just too many for her to go against, I feel.
It's a seasonal thing, too. You only have 20-some episodes.
Yeah. And Listerly says the names of the Worldkillers are very biblical.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do 4, because 4 horsemen, but...
Yeah.
I
do like the name Worldkillers, by the way. That sounds really badass.
Doesn't it, right?
It does. Okay.
And I wonder if their powers aren't potentially magical based, like a combination of magic technology.
Well, because magic is the one thing that can hurt Supergirl and Superman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Outside of kryptonite.
And I wonder if they complement each other and therefore they can kind of combine their powers into something.
Captain Planet.
Captain, yes.
I said that last
Captain
week.
Planet Killer.
Oh man, Planet would hate that. He's trying to save the planet.
Yeah.
If our powers combined, we kill this planet.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Any other thoughts about Alex Carr or dealing with purity?
No, I'm with you on. I'm glad that Kara has finally found her humanity again. I think. I mean, look, I'm okay. Alex kind of reverting every once in a while. I mean, it's tough, especially since the last episode. She's kind of brought back because Maggie texted her for stuff or whatever, or was looking for something, and so it's not like she's. Yeah, it's not like she's completely cut off from Maggie altogether. It's not like they're completely separate. So she's still, every once in a while you get triggered and, things happen. So I kind of get where she's coming from. I didn't get upset by that too much.
Well, keep in mind, a Worldkiller almost killed her sister and not too long ago broke her leg.
That's true.
So, she's feeling more vulnerable. Or she feels more intimidated by these bad guys than anyone else they faced. So just being very overly cautious, overly sensitive or angry about it.
Hey, but if she didn't break her leg, she wouldn't have had that great bonding time with Ruby and got to be like a mom.
Exactly.
That's the thing. It was so counter to that episode with her and Ruby. It was just too much the other direction for me.
It was forced a little bit, yeah. If Purity had done something to make you suspicious about her a little bit earlier, I would have sided with Alex a little bit more.
Victor says, Captain Planet Killers. The show just writes itself. I'm going to go GoFundMe page for that TV show.
It's a good show.
Carrie says, so we're all expecting a love triangle now that Mon-El and... Oh, I'm glad you brought this up. I forgot to put this in the notes. Mon-El and Imra are having issues, right? Anyone have any confidence this will be handled well?
No.
I feel like they came out of nowhere, right? It was like...
A lot of forced stuff in this episode.
Yeah, there's no foreshadowing of that. All these episodes up to it.
We've been so happy together now, this one episode.
That's the thing, yeah. I like that they were really happy together. I really enjoyed that.
But it's... Yeah.
I don't mind the complication, but they should have foreshadowed a little bit rather than just...
Oh, I definitely don't want a love triangle. They're just such a cliched.
They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
No, I don't. Him and Kara, I want it to be done. They had their thing. They're done.
Especially since Kara's finally moved on. This is a terrible thing to do because she's finally herself again, and then you're going to do this. I mean, just make just like I said, make Brainiac the love interest and get it over with.
Well, she needs some new love interest just to complicate things more, if anything, or at least just something.
They should just stop doing love interest at all for her. Just let her be Supergirl and Kara and.
But it would be
people gotta have some romance, There's Valentine's Day coming up.
That shows always try to force that though. You don't always need that.
You gotta put that show on Fox then, because it doesn't work here. CW is all about the romance.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that they don't have to be. But yeah, CW always does it. Yes.
Yeah.
Raisa says the Mon-El Imra stuff sucked in the live chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was forced. They needed to clue us in a little bit earlier than that to make it feel believable.
Part of me just thinks it was just for the cliffhanger, we need to talk, and then they never say.
I liked actually because I'm really curious about what She hasn't told him.
Yeah. She's pregnant. I'm guaranteed she's pregnant.
No, I don't think.
No, it's about the real mission.
Oh, is it the real mission?
That's right. She says it's about the mission. Her and Brainy kept it from.
Oh, that's right. She said the mission. Yeah.
The mission is get me pregnant immediately. We don't have time to fight, Mal. Let's start having sex.
Yeah. I wonder what the real mission is. Yeah, that's a yeah. That was a good done.
Yeah, I don't know what the real mission is. It's gonna be curious unless they lied and Supergirl really was supposed to have died.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. We must eliminate Supergirl. That would be quite a twist, man.
Yeah,
now, that would be good shit.
But then it's her against everybody. Oh, wow.
No, because then Mon-El has to decide, oh my god, do I have to save the future or do I go with Kara and
ruin the future? Yeah, that's true. All right, fine. No, that works.
I'm not saying I think it's going to be that, but that would be cool.
There was another cliffhanger they did too, wasn't there? I want to say there was that, and there was another
Lena.
Oh, Lena, that's right.
I know what's wrong with you, and I know how to fix it.
Yeah. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. So let's talk about Sam, Ruby, Lee, and all that stuff.
Would it be hilarious if she doesn't think it's rain? She thinks it's something totally different.
Well, I don't know what she would think. Do you think she definitely knows then?
I can't think of what else she would think.
Well, yeah, I have a hard time too, but thinking of what else.
I mean, because she said something about there's certain things that have coincidence, like certain things have happened that line up now I know, or something. And
so Lena can figure out Rain as Sam, but she can't figure out that Supergirl is Kara. Like this is the logic that Lena has.
Well, maybe she didn't see her eyes turn red. She saw her eyes turn red. That's why.
It's true.
Yeah. I know those eyes. Well, I'll never forget those eyes.
John, what does eyes turn red?
She hasn't done it in front of Lena.
That's. But I don't know. I don't know.
She could think of something else, but I can't imagine. She needs to be very careful, though. She's like, "You're Rain," and she might go psycho and kill her or something.
Because she was already going like almost crazy. She was like, "Silence."
Yeah. I like that scene. It was very creepy.
It was
effective. But for poor Ruby, I'm surprised.
It's good that she has so many. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to. No, you go ahead. You're right. She has so many, so much support.
Yeah, despite so many awesome other, awesome women, like maternal characters besides her actual mom around her.
Yeah.
Because it was nice that Lena actually came this time and was super sweet to her and nice and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ruby's going to get adopted, and then her powers are going to form, and she's going to become Super Lass.
I mean, you just made that up, right? There's no character named Super Lass, is there?
Not yet. or she'll get super speed and become Ruby Quick.
Get out of here. Ruby Quick.
I don't think she'll have any powers. I can't imagine her having powers.
They could, because again, she should really. Probably, it's very likely she's her mother's Rain.
Right. So Rain is Kryptonian. Even though I know she's like built.
But she's like genetically built Kryptonian, modified.
Yeah. So
I guess I should say.
So that would technically make Ruby half Kryptonian.
You would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. Like. This whole I don't have powers, I do have powers deal. I almost wonder if I feel like it's got to be magical based, magic /
Really, I still don't think it's magic, but
because I almost kind of want it to be in a way, because I'm like, how did Supergirl have a vision of purity in the first place? It doesn't make any sense. So
they're not going to explain that.
No, they're definitely not.
They're not going to explain that.
I mean, that's just, to me, it's starting to fall into magic territory or something. Magic exists, right? Why on Earth? Why not on Krypton?
I mean,
I don't think they're going that way with it, though.
But if you have a sun that prevents anyone with a Y chromosome from entering its atmosphere, I mean,
that's magic right there, pretty much.
So in the chat, Victor says the love interest is not needed for the show. Heck, women can live lives without always looking for a boyfriend or husband. Oh crap, this is the CW.
Yeah.
And then Carrie says, by the way, are we ever going to see the other Legion members?
No.
Hope so.
Probably at some point when they're really needed to go against the Worldkillers.
Probably.
No, I don't think it's the season. They'll do it later on.
No, I think by the end of the season they'll do it.
Yeah.
Think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Because didn't Smallville kind of have a Legion that went back and forth? Like they weren't there the entire time.
At least one episode, the Legion was in with Clark. Went back in time to talk to Clark. Some of the Legion did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Smallville worked in actually a lot of cool stuff, Superman type stuff.
Yeah, the last couple of seasons, it was like guest star central.
Well, even earlier, they worked slowly in a lot of the Justice League members, and then by about fifth season or so, they had the whole like Justice League together at one point.
Yeah.
Minus Superman.
What? Well, no, he just hasn't become Superman yet. But he was with them. He was doing stuff with them.
Him and Aquaman.
And they had
Arrow.
They had Impulse because they couldn't use the Flash. And Black Canary. Black Canary was in Smallville.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, they didn't call themselves the Justice League, but they were all together at one point.
I'm just gonna say, like, that's a huge budget for an entire Legion to go against the world. I mean, just thinking of the logistics of that—that's a movie-sized, finale.
No, it's only gonna be the three others that are in the pods.
Yeah, just whoever's in the pods. That's who's gonna pop out. Bouncy boy, come on, bouncy boy. Make one of them be bouncy boy. It'd be awesome.
He'd be the most ridiculous one.
More ridiculous than Dibney. More ridiculous than Dibney is Bouncing Boy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, he's totally more ridiculous than the elongated man.
I guess.
Or Matter Eater Lad. Yeah.
That's what I want.
God, the worst names. The Legion has the worst names, except Saturn Girl, which is an amazing name. And Lightning Lad. I just like that for some reason.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's fine.
Carrie in the chat says, the Worldkillers' powers appear to be emotion-based, as in their powers manifest when certain emotions and adrenaline gets pumped into their bloodstreams. That could be very true. I like that, Carrie.
Well,
Yeah.
All right, so do you guys think, if Lena knows she's Rain, do you think she's going to keep it a secret from the others and try to just fix her herself? Probably.
Yeah.
Because they always like keeping secrets on these shows.
Yeah.
You can't develop drama if someone's not keeping a secret somewhere. So yeah, that's
If
not
everybody was honest, these shows would have like just go nowhere. Because everyone would
One episode, we're done.
Yeah, it'd be like it'd be a 6-episode season and be done with it. Yeah, but no, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. I do like how Lena's getting back to Elcor, though, like which her mother inspired her to do last.
Yeah, she doesn't have a choice, really, because Sam is never there.
Well, no, but she also wanted to because her mother made her realize, like, why the hell did she ever go to be a newspaper person? Like, that made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Wait, was Jimmy at all in this episode? I don't think Jimmy.
Not at all. Not once.
Okay.
He got the week off.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Take a vacation.
Although he may be thinking, please write more Guardian stuff or give me stuff to do.
Yeah.
I'd like a job still, please. But, all
More
right.
makeout sessions with Katie McGrath, please.
There you go.
I
Can't
think
go
he
wrong.
needs to get stuck on Arrow Earth and team up with Team Arrow since they have those whiny members.
Oh, yeah. If we get rid of the whiners, then Guardian can join Team Arrow.
Yeah.
He doesn't whine. He'll be good.
Let's hold off on our Arrow talk here for a second.
He never whines.
I have a lot to say about
It's
this.
debatable if he's a good kisser or not, but he never whines.
Jeez.
All right, let's rate Supergirl. We do this out of a maximum of 4 capes. Marks, what do you give it?
I give it 2.75.
Well, you know what? I'm in agreement with you again. I think I'm going to give it 2.75 capes. Not quite the 3 level.
Yeah, I wasn't quite there because of the couple of forced things in this one.
Yeah, 2.5 for me. I mean, it was fine. Fine.
All right.
That's what 2.5 actually means.
Yeah, exactly.
It was better than last episode, I'll tell you that much.
I agree with that. It was.
Yeah.
All right. Although two in a row, not so good here for Supergirl, unfortunately.
Not a good way to go on hiatus.
Yeah, because, folks, it is off for a while, actually.
For months. April, I think. No, April.
Yeah, I think at least till April. And then but it's going to run till June, actually. They're going to run it later than all the other ones.
Wow, that's crazy.
Which is nice, actually. I don't mind having stuff over the summer to watch.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Yeah.
2.5 capes from Risa in the chat. And then Listener's Bay says, I think she'll say that she knows she's Rain, meaning Lena, I think, when she finds out it would be a way to protect Ruby. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. 2 more shows to go, folks. Let's go over to. Oh, and Carrie gives it 2.75. Capes, I reserve the right to take off some if we get a love triangle. Okay. 2.5 from Victor as well.
Yeah. It'd be ones.
Everyone's pretty much in agreement here. Let's go over to The Flash.
Episode 13 of Season 4, True Colors, written by Jonathan Butler and Gabriel Garza, who, by the way, have written... This is the 3rd episode of the season they've written together.
Nice.
Only episodes they've written for Flash. Directed by Tara Nicole Wire, who directed some episodes of another show I really like called Lucifer, which is DC Connection. Yeah. So this episode, Warden Wolf has showed his true colors and plans to sell Barry and the metahumans from the bus to Amunet, Cecil's new telepathic powers, and covers the plot, and they use Ralph's newfound shape-shifting power to try and save Barry. But the Thinker is thinking ahead and foils this plan, but his wife isn't keen on how her husband is starting to behave, going a little killy on people, you know. Oh, and Team Flash finally figures out how to get Flash out of prison legally-ish. I don't know if it's really technically legal, but it's close enough.
Legal. That wasn't legal.
Yeah, it's as legal as what Thinker did.
He should never be in there in the first place, though, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
I call this episode Deus Ex Dimny. Wow.
Oh, are we going to jump all the way to the end already?
I'm just saying.
I actually loved it, man. I love that they did that.
Anyway, well, let's go ahead and let's get started, I guess, about
I have different opinions, I guess, because I really like this one. I thought from the previews it was not going to be too good, but I loved it.
So what do you guys think about Barry and the villain Prison Break? You know, them interacting, these villains we've seen over the last few episodes this season. What do you guys think? Oh, and
cool.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it. Well, I had more, but no, you go ahead.
It was cool to see them interact, and that some of them aren't really, like, they don't really like being evil or considered evil. But they did know that Barry was a speedster, right? Like, they knew that's his meta power. And nobody put 2 and 2 together that he's the Flash.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too. I mean, maybe it's a little iffy.
I mean, I understand there's like a million speedsters running around Central City, but come on now. Anyway. But otherwise, yeah, I thought they had their, except for the woman who can control statues and stuff or whatever. Mm-hmm. Things. She doesn't say much ever. They don't really give her much to say or do.
Yeah, I love her. I love that episode with Black Bison. Who she is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought she was cool in this episode. She has some stuff to say.
I wish they gave her more because, you know, the one dude that talked a lot was the shrinking dude or Dwarf Star.
Yeah.
Man, the guy says a lot.
Yeah.
It's very confident too.
Yeah.
Very what? Oh, confident? Yeah.
Confident.
You know, I love seeing Black Bison again, actually, and then Becky, right? Is that her name? The Luck Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, Becky was great. She was a standout.
She was.
I was going to say, I didn't mean to spurt it out, but I just realized I love that they actually showed off Barry's science skills.
Yes, you know? Thank goodness.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice writing and well done to show that he has some other skills besides that he's just a speedster. So,
I mean, he does forensics for a reason, right? Like, he understands chemistry and understands that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
I was waiting for some MacGyver music.
I know, I was just thinking like it was totally MacGyver.
Where's that paperclip and that rubber band? I need it.
No, that was great, man. You're right, because they saw all the speed, so it was great to see him use his brain.
Yeah.
No, that was cool.
That was very good, I thought.
I thought he was great leading the villains. It was really cool. It was really some cool interaction stuff.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of the episode.
The whole stuff with him and Becky, and, you know, Becky not really obviously wanting to be a villain, and then at the end, saving Barry was awesome that she did that. Well, we'll get to that later. I'm going to talk more about that, but we'll get to that later.
And what about the return of Amunet?
I mean,
you're not a fan of Amunet, are you, Francis?
Great actress, wrong character. I think her character is just too... Like, she's too cartoony that it always brings me out of the show. She's so cartoony. Oh, really? We're going to do this now. Ooh, and she's flapping her hands. Ooh. It's like,
oh, bloody hell.
I I like that impersonation, actually, Francis. It's pretty good. I mean, I know. Yeah, she's. I mean, I know what you're saying. I don't know. I still think she works. I still kind of like her. I kind of like. I don't have to see her necessarily as much as they've been using her this season.
Yeah, she's just a little over the top, but I mean, I'm curious what the end game is for her because they do keep bringing her back, and I wonder if there's a reason why they keep bringing her back as this recurring villain.
Because nobody arrests her. That's why. Okay, you can walk away now.
Let me share some chat things here. Carrie says, I have so many frowns about this ep, did not like it. Oh, that's too bad. Racist says, he MacGyvered his escape. Awesome. Listersmay says, I'm glad Listersmay said this because I wanted to not forget to bring this up. I know, Mark, you'll appreciate this as well. The guy who played Dibny's Scottish ex-partner was the guy who played the Doctor on Stargate Atlantis. Both were very similar. That's Paul McGillion, or however you say his name. He was Carson Beckett, who, in my opinion, was the second best character on Atlantis after McKay. He was amazing on Atlantis.
He was great. Brilliant. Until, didn't he...
They foolishly killed him off, and then they brought him back later in a kooky storyline, kind of.
Yeah.
But he was still really good when they never should have killed him off in the first place. It made no sense.
They just don't like doctors on that show.
Well, he did have a very good death, though. Like, it was a heroic death, at least, though. So that was.
It was good, yeah.
And then he came back, and he was cool too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, he was great. He was really funny. I hope we see him again at some point.
Yeah, that's the only problem. We only saw him for like a little bit.
Yeah, and I forgot to look and see if that was a character based off any comic book character or not. Be interesting to see what his comic book version looks like if he is in the comic books.
Well, he made a threat to Dibny. Like it made it sound like he'd be back no matter what. So
I hope so. He's too good of an actor just to bring in for that small part.
One scene, yeah.
Raisa says, love that Cecile's power is not random. They actually use telepathy. I think but knowing that the warden was lying. And she says, I do like Amunet.
Oh, there you go. Look, I'm just weird like that, I guess.
I know there's other people who don't like Amunet either.
Yeah. I like him. I like her. I like that actress a lot, so. But they have used her quite a bit. Excuse me. Ralph's new power, shapeshifting. What do you guys think?
Cool.
Dumb.
What? Dumb? No, okay. It's awesome.
It's good to a point. I love that he can shapeshift. I think that's fine. I think it's the fact that he can mimic their voice, though, is the only part I don't like. That's it. I don't mind that he looks like them. That's great. But he shouldn't have the exact same voice as the person he's transforming into.
He can transform his voice box.
But how would he know how to transform it in a way that would make him sound like the guy that he's impersonating?
Yeah, I mean, that's a little harder to swallow, I suppose.
That is really all that bothered me about it.
I think it's so cool, and it lets him do a lot of really fun stuff, I think, going forward now with him. So I'm down with it.
Yeah. I don't think they ever did that with the character in the comic books. So.
Yeah, I don't think so either. This is a cool... See, I like it when they do take their own takes on characters and do new things with them, that the comics have it. That's great. And then let the warden actor get to be Ralph. That was fun, too.
It's overpowered.
Oh, gosh. He's trying to fake... He's basically trying to fake being black, and acting way over the top and stuff, and trying to be so cool and stuff. It's just like, oh my gosh.
I just think it's it's too big. That's a big power. That's a super big power to have for.
Oh, come on. Compared to like super speed though, or the other powers people have.
It's easy. I don't know. That's true, but at least you can't impersonate anybody. Then you can just be anybody, and it just. And I guess I guess I shouldn't be too harsh on it because John Jones can do that. Like that's his power, is he can.
Yeah, but he can't hold it all together all the time, so he's got limitations right now.
Yeah. So I'll wait till the end because I'm curious about how his last transformation. I'm like, I wonder. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Race in the chat says Richard Brooks rocked it as Warden, played by Dibny. Yes,
he was great, right?
He was really good. Terry says, but didn't the Flash just do the doppelganger ability thing with Wells as Iris? Oh, HR. Well, that was just at the one point with the hologram, right, thing at the end. Or near the end with Savitar.
With the face, right? He could just change his face. I thought he couldn't change the rest of his body. It was just his face.
Well, no. HR pretended to be Iris. And he killed HR instead.
Oh, right.
It was the hologram, changing. Yeah. And the Barry and Captain Cold used it, too. To break into Argus.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is they could have got him out from the very get-go.
That's true. The hell?
Maybe they, I don't know. Maybe they don't have the device anymore.
Just like the suit, one battery. They only had the one battery. Now it's gone. No more batteries. It doesn't work anymore.
So,
in honor of HR, they'll never use it again.
Yeah.
So, HR was off Earth. He took it with him, I guess. That's what we'll say. Now, the Thinker and the Mechanic. Things are starting to unravel a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
She's going to turn against him.
It's possible.
Not if he keeps applying whatever that thing is that he keeps giving her.
Oh, right. But once she finds that out, she's really going to be pissed.
Oh, yeah, if she finds that out for sure.
But I'm curious if he's been using it this entire time. Or if
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, because I think she really has been loyal to him. Mm-hmm. It's just that now she's reading her mind all the time. He's going too far. He's murdering people that don't need to be killed, you know?
I actually don't like that he's kind of going off the rails, because that's kind of what makes him such a good villain, is he is so put together and he is so he doesn't go crazy. Now it looks like he's going a little crazy, and I don't like that.
Is the switching bodies maybe you think causing him to go a little nuts?
Maybe, but as a result, like, he's going to be a much easier villain to beat, because he's not going to be like, I don't know. I think it's a bad call for the writers to make him crazy. I think he should have stayed a genius.
I think he's just getting a god complex. He just thinks he's all that, and he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, because he thinks no one, he's smarter than everyone else.
Yeah, he's getting a little cocky.
And that's why she's like, he's gonna fail.
Well, he already said, like, did you know this? There was that scene where he was asked, like, did you know this was going to happen? He's like, I had no idea this thing was going to happen. Who knew? But I guess we'll find out what's going to happen next.
It's crazy.
Like, oh, this is fun. Whoa. Yeah, pretty much, right? Like, that's how he reacted seeing Barry and the gang, escaping the prison. So I don't know.
Yeah, and so he went and killed a bunch of people, right? And why do you want to kill the warden so bad for?
That's why she didn't make sense to her, because there was no reason to.
Because he just he must die. He needed to die, and I'm like, why? Why do you hate him so much for? It's like,
he kept all those. He wanted him to keep all those men as for him, basically. So,
but why? If he's going to end up doing what he did to them anyway, why keep him?
Yeah, so what? I mean, I guess we're going to get into the end now anyway, right? So he basically absorbed all their powers?
I think so.
But they're dead, is that right? It seems like he killed them outside of Becky.
Yeah.
Is that how you guys interpreted it? That they're dead?
I think so.
Which sucks, man, because of Black Bison. I wanted more of her.
Sorry. I mean,
yeah.
You never know. They could just be unconscious. I mean, they didn't straight up say they're dead.
No, I know, but it didn't look good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible he took them all. I don't think you can tell from the angle when after they die. It's possible he took all the bodies and they're just like comatose, and he can just switch bodies whenever. Because I don't know why he would.
Go ahead.
Because I don't know why he'd want to jump in her body for, and it seems like it makes it very awkward with the relationship in a way. And
he's thinking about the luck. I bet you it's because it's that luck. Everything right goes her way, so why not have that power?
Yeah, Raisa says, by the way, yes, powers absorb and they're dead. That's what she thinks happened.
Okay.
Anyway, I agree with you. Here's the thing. First, I love the scene where Becky got in front of Barry to protect him.
Mm-hmm.
And then she took out all the villains. You know what? After that happened, which was a great scene, the way that happened, I loved it. How they all took each other out. I realized, I was like, oh my god, I actually think her powers are the most powerful powers you could have, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the thing, not really, you can't stop what she wants to do, unless you're the Thinker.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless you're him, because
how did he do it? How did he get her?
He negated their powers temporarily.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but her powers are working. Forget it. You can't defeat her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probability manipulation is always a very powerful thing. It's a good one to get when you're doing a role-playing game with superheroes.
That is on the Icons game, right? Or the no, what was the one we did that you ran? Mutants and Masterminds, right?
Yeah,
is that in that?
That's in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, what is it? Plus what to luck? What is it?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, it's a
Plus
big
10,
bonus.
plus 15 to
I
luck.
think you probably get some. I don't know. Well, whatever. Anyway.
Just roll 2 dice instead. No, yeah. Now he has the ultimate power. You're right, because who can stop someone who has? I mean, unless you have the dampening business, which I'm guessing they have.
Yeah, dampening business. Let's open a dampening business. That actually would be very successful in Central City.
Got powers? We'll dampen them.
Seriously, like, do you have a problem with meta villains? We can dampen your business for you.
You've been dampened. You've been dampened. We're dampening all of you.
That's how the mayor really can protect the buildings in this. Open a dampening business.
I'm thinking maybe if it's like some supervillains that do like power absorption deal, that maybe he can only use one power at a time at any one moment. And that'll be an advantage there, if that's the case.
All of them, he has
all the powers.
Yeah.
All the martial arts.
They said that in Arrow, I think. They're going to have all of the... What did she say? And I'm like, oh, there you go. You have all of the things.
You said all the martial arts, Francis, on our show.
Yeah, I did say that.
They did say something in Arrow that reminded me of what Francis said. I was like, oh...
We're going to have all of the things.
It's like, are they watching our show? Because I'm thinking of some references here.
Oh, you're right. They did say something like that. I thought of our show, too. That's funny.
Anyway.
Give us a credit, damn it.
But, yeah. I can't imagine he can use all of the powers at the same time. That would make him too much of a god. Like, how are they going to stop him otherwise? With everything.
Yeah. I do the last scene in the prison though. I thought it was cool. It was a cool scene, and
it was a cool scene. They're all just dead all around him, and it was. I was kind of wondering, like, well, there's his secret identity is out. Everybody knows. Well, nope, never mind. They're all dead.
You know what? And of all the metas to stay alive, I'm kind of glad it was Becky because she's the most charismatic, at least of the.
No, that was very touching that she stood up to save Barry.
Yeah,
it's a great thing for the actress too because now she gets to play evil thinker.
Yeah. The Sugarland Beard, by the way, is her name. Is the actress's name?
Ah, there. So
yeah,
for her, I'm glad she's still working. Those other guys, I'm sorry.
I never realized how short she was until we saw them with all those other people. It's wow, she's short.
Victor says, "I will get your show the credit." Oh, thank you, Victor. Appreciate it.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so we're going to talk about the court. The big court thing at the end?
Yeah, what do you guys think about that? So, Law and Order twist.
See, I thought it was awesome, man. When we heard his voice and he came in, I was like, oh, snap. That's awesome.
I don't know, man.
That's a good plot twist. We're talking about plot twist.
It was a twist. But, man, I was like, this is Deus Ex Dibney right here, man. They couldn't have found another way. They had to...
Oh, I think it's a clever way, though. See, I don't think that's Deus Ex.
Is Dibney did Dibney make the wheelchair? Did they get a wheelchair, or is he the wheelchair?
Oh boy! Well, wow! Now you're really going.
It's part of him. He just made the wheelchair.
I don't think he's that talented yet.
Oh, okay.
Cisco could whip something up.
The wheels are tough.
Well, just like a normal wheelchair, though, right? And not when he's in his normal form.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I thought he did a good job impersonating him. I know it's just actor playing, but
really? Good. Really good.
He had a nice,
the role you played for a while. Play that again.
Play it again. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I don't know if it was. Kind of wish it was something a little bit more clever than that, or just. I think the judge would be like, "We need proof to make sure it's really you." But I guess there hasn't been a lot of shapeshifters. I guess he just doesn't know how to take it, And
plus, it's hard to be like. I mean, the guy was he was widely known. And you see the guy in a wheelchair looks exactly like the guy that died.
That judge just wants this case to go away, man. Like he's so sick of this case. I think.
Well, and the wife didn't. She didn't go. That's not really him because she's kind of stuck too. Like
she was stunned.
Yeah, she's stunned and not sure. She had no idea how to respond to that. So I thought that it was good because they cheated. The bad guys cheated, so they cheated right back. So.
Yeah, Victor, by the way, said about Becky, we need more cute evil villains. And then Carrie says that court scene was horrible. No one checks the DNA to make sure it ain't fake.
Yeah,
I thought about that, but I mean, yeah, I guess technically it should. But I guess why would you? I mean, again, the judge isn't thinking that it's not. It looks exactly like him, right? Who could?
You have a telepath on the team. I would have thought that would have been a good use of that power. Was use the telepathy to find out something that would give it away, as opposed to having Dibney pretend to be, But I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's a good way to. I guess it's a good, easy kind of way to Barry. Sure, that's fine.
Racist says, "I'm just glad Barry's out. They couldn't have kept him in longer." Yeah, I think I said a few shows, and I think it was about 3-4 episodes that he was in there. So
yeah.
It was what I thought it was going to be.
I think what helped sell it is that she didn't say anything in response, and I think part of that, now I think about it, isn't just that she just was like, I don't know how to cover for this, but she's been having mixed feelings about the Thinker most recently, and then to see her husband back in his normal body, probably was emotional for her a little bit too, so just shocked her more.
And what is she going to say? Like, there's nothing she could say.
No. It's not really him, it's a shapeshifter. Well, she has another shapeshifter in a team either, so that complicates things.
Yeah, so she has, yeah.
It's obviously Martian Manhunter.
It's a lose-lose for her. She couldn't say anything anyway, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. It's okay.
That's fine, whatever.
It's fine. It's the only thing. It's the only scene I had an issue with. Everything else I thought was really great, but just like, oh, fine. If you're Dibney is going to save the day, okay, that's cool. That's all right.
Yeah, I think she rocks.
Yeah, come on, Dibney should save the day, man. He's becoming a great hero.
Yeah.
It's great. He's building up his rep for whenever he joins Legends tomorrow.
No, stop. Why do you want to ruin the character you love?
No, I don't want that to happen. But
I can actually see him having his own. I don't maybe not a spin-off,
Ralph Dibney, Private Eye.
Kind of, right? I could see that actually.
Oh, I watch the shit out of that show.
Yeah, I would like it.
Yeah. I mean, I've always thought he was pretty good, but I've become a big fan of him now over the last couple episodes, or ever since the elongated night one. For sure.
Yeah.
And you can have his detective ape on his side too. They team up.
Oh, there is a chimp detective writer in the
yeah, there is. I can't. I was trying to think of his name, but
somebody
yeah.
in the chat tell us who it is. But he's like he talks, right? And yeah, he solves mysteries. He's a detective.
Yeah.
Victor says, "Okay, the Flash world has nothing but useless lawyers and judges."
Right? They're terrible.
Yeah.
Listeners may say, I think that the Thinker's wife's reaction was perfect. I'm pretty sure they did it to complicate things more for the Thinker's plan, even though they don't know what it is exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we still don't know what he's trying to do, right? He hasn't really revealed his master plan.
Did you find the chimp?
Yeah, it's Detective Chimp.
See, I knew it was a chimp.
A common chimpanzee who wears a deerstalker hat. Human level intelligence, solves mysteries. First appearance was in Adventures of Rex the Wonder Dog #4 in 1952.
Well, now you have to get Rex the Wonder Dog in as well.
Right?
I just can't have.
Never happened to Rex.
Bring on Rex. Anyway.
All right. We gonna rate it or anything else?
Yeah, let's rate it.
Yeah.
Out of 4 lightning bolts is the maximum score. Francis.
I'll give it 3.25. It was good. I really liked it up until the end.
Oh yeah, that's a good score. Marx?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 3.5 lightning bolts. I thought it was one of the stronger episodes. One of the strongest this season, I think. Right? I think so.
I think I'm gonna give it 3.5 as well. Yeah, I really like this episode a lot. Which actually, for the previews, for some reason, I thought it was just gonna be like a meta battle royale thing, and I was like, I don't like that. But then it turned into like this great episode. It wasn't that at all. It was great.
Yeah. It was misleading in the ad.
Great escape.
Raisa gives it 3.5 as well. She really enjoyed it. All right, you can keep rating it, folks. In the chat, we got one more show to talk about, and that is, of course, Arrow.
No sound effect, Marks? Oh,
he did the silent arrow.
Yeah.
You never hear the one that hits you.
That's true.
This is the 13th episode of Season 6. It is called The Devil's Greatest Trick. Written by Sarah Tarkoff and Emilio Ortega Ulrich. Directed by J.J. Maccaro. In this episode, Team Arrows, meaning both teams, try to stop Cayden James from detonating the bomb and also stop Dinah from killing Black Siren. Oliver proves to Cayden he didn't kill his son and manages to capture Cayden, who finds out who in his inner circle betrayed him. All right, this is a big episode. Like you said, a big plot twist. Racist says Michael Emerson earned his paycheck, carried the episode. Yeah, Michael Emerson is Cayden. This was kind of his episode, I guess, to really shine in that role, right?
For all the episodes where they didn't explain his relationship with his son and everything else, they cram it into the one episode.
Yeah,
we can explain everything now, so it makes more sense.
Yeah, we might as well start with the flashbacks. It's actually the first thing on my list anyway.
I
like the flashbacks.
Just like the event. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I like the flashbacks, but I did when they happened. I was like, oh, it might have been nice if we started this earlier, or they showed us this a few episodes ago.
Or so
we cared more about. We knew why he was so intent on this earlier, and we could empathize with him.
Exactly. That was my one issue. Well, one of a couple issues actually, but yeah, you cram in all of the backstory to Cayden James, who seems to be a nice and wonderful human being, for the most part, despite being a hacker, anti whatever.
Wants to be almost a mass murderer.
Well, he didn't kill anybody originally. Yeah, now he's a mass murderer, but he didn't kill anyone originally. He was just like, I'm gonna, put money away, blah blah blah, and he seemed like a decent human being, and it would have been nice to kind of even see that maybe when they first capture him last season, when they free him from Argus, from the Argus camp. That would have been nice, just to kind of get a little bit of backstory to the guy. But I feel like Arrow's writers are really just kind of like, all right, we have another episode next week. What should we write about? As opposed to thinking way ahead, they're just thinking next episode ahead. Really, that's how it feels like. At least,
they definitely don't do that. But I know, I get what you're saying.
It just feels that way. Yeah, I know they don't, but it just
that'd
feels
be hilarious if they did. Like, okay, guys, hey, what should we do next week?
Yeah, exactly.
We really wrote ourselves in a cliffhanger there. I don't know. I thought it's like last week's flashbacks. I'm like, Cayden's gonna so die in this episode, like Vince did. But I thought the flashbacks were good. But yeah, we needed to know his motivations earlier. We didn't need it in the very beginning, but we needed it a lot earlier than we got it, because it was really hard to care what Cayden was doing. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, his whole character would have worked better, I think, the whole season if they'd done it earlier.
Yeah, it just was too hard to. There were even too many mysteries there. So yeah, but they did reveal some good stuff. It was tear jerking about him being pulled away from his son's game and all that stuff.
In the chat, Stormy says, "I felt for Cayden over the loss of his son. He wasn't the best dad, and when he's on the path to fix the relationship, his son is murdered."
Well, he's captured, and then like nothing went well that day. That one day. Nothing went right. That was terrible.
I like how they're like, I'm really sorry to tell you this, your son's dead. For that, I will keep the hood off while we lock this door. You don't have to wear the hood for 24 hours.
Yeah, by the way,
nice guys.
You're going to be in this room for a little while, but your son's dead. Sorry.
How does he go to the bathroom in that thing? I'm just saying.
Well, they come in. They bring in a little bucket for him.
Exactly. Here's a chamber pot. Enjoy.
All right. So let's go on to Dinah, Laurel, Quentin. So Dinah wants revenge for Vince's murder, and she's out to get Laurel, and everybody else is trying to be like, "Oh, chill out, D," or whatever they say, and
whatever the kids say.
And like, come on, you're better. You're better than this. Don't kill her. And Quentin still flees. Laurel can be redeemed. There's a shred of humanity in her. So what do you guys think about all that stuff going on?
How did Dinah become one of the most likable characters in the Arrowverse, and then just
unlikable or likable?
She used to be the most likable, and now she's so annoying.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like her at all. She used to be like, oh, she's so badass, and she's like all of these wonderful things, and then now she's like, I don't care what you guys say. It's like, oh.
Oh, she also turned into an 80-year-old grandmother.
I don't care what you guys say. I'm gonna do what I want.
I'm gonna whack him with my cane.
Yeah, whippersnapper's killing my boyfriend.
She has a cane, but yeah, so, I don't know.
Last season when she was introduced, I agree. I loved her. She was my favorite things last season. She rocked, and I agree with you. What they've done is absolutely not anywhere near as good. I still like her. I still like Dinah, but yes, she's not. I don't like totally the direction they've taken.
Yeah, but she didn't do very much last season. She just beat up people, and that's likable until she gets a plot line, and then could go either way. It was
funny. It was better when they didn't give her as much, which I was actually amazed how much she made out of it actually last season when she didn't have a lot, but she made it really memorable.
But even earlier in the season, when she was like, protecting Diggle, and she was trying to be supportive as a friend and as a colleague, and they gave her stuff to do that made her a really likable character up until the point Vince gets reintroduced as a potential love interest for her again, and that's when she goes like, nothing else matters. Y'all suck. I don't care about any of you guys.
Oh, now she's from the South. Y'all suck. This is great. She's transforming all these different characters.
Right. She's very talented.
She's very multi-layered. She's a very multi-layered character. But
let me share some chat thoughts. Stormy says, maybe we'll get to this later, I think Alina is working with Dragon. I don't trust her. I kind of have a feeling Alina's up to something too, to be honest with you. Possibly. Racist says they're all annoying, I think meaning whiny Team Arrow. Carrie says, Cayden James is underwhelming. We've seen his motivations before. Richard Dragon is boring. The only one compelling villain could be Siren. Black Siren. They only use that character as a crutch for Lance's bad storyline. Stormy then says, Lance needs to go. I'm over his repetitive storylines concerning his daughters. Lance is going off the deep end. I got Kathy Bates and Misery vibes from after he kidnaps Black Siren. Oh, God. I didn't think that at all. Jeez.
Yeah, I can see it. I
love Quentin, man. So I love Quentin. I love his idealism that he's not going to give up on her, actually. I really like that.
Yeah. It's always the same thing. I get where he's coming from, where it's like it's always the same plot line. It's always the same, like, here we go again with it's Laurel. Oh no, now it's what's his other daughter's name? Sarah. Oh no, it's Sarah now. I gotta mourn her death. Oh no, she's alive. Oh, now I have to mourn her death again. Like it's
Quentin does have really bad luck with his daughters.
Yeah, it would be nice. Like, it was cool when he had kind of his own separate life, dating Felicity's mom and kind of doing his own thing and recovering from alcoholism. It was separate from the daughter's business, which I thought was, hey, there you go. You're building his character up again. And now we're back to like, oh, my daughter's alive. Oh, no, it's not really my daughter. I don't know. It's weird.
He's just dad.
He's just dad. Yeah. Which he already has kind of a daughter, I mean, he already has, so I don't know. Speedy could be his illegitimate daughter.
Yeah, I mean, Oliver and Thea are kind of like...
I have something to tell you. Merlin and I, we both gave birth. We're both your father. It was an experiment.
Terrible. Thea has enough issues, I think, already, right? Dealing with her past.
Oh, man, the league can do so much.
All right, well, Marx, what do you think about the whole, Dinah, Laurel, Quentin?
I mean, I get it, and I think Dinah. Here's the problem: is the team, the whiny Arrow team, has just got to stop. It's getting so annoying. They've blown this. Their reason for being mad, they've just blown it out of way proportion.
Wild Dog did it again this episode. He did the same thing he always does.
They're always taking jabs. It's just like, man, are you like teenagers or something? Come on.
Haas, we're not gonna team up with you, Haas. This doesn't change anything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's like, it's clear. I don't like you.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just waiting for him to be like, and your costume's stupid.
I know you are, but what am I?
Green stupid color.
So dumb.
But anyway, and I think what's the problem is Dinah's logic and why she's gotten so extreme about this makes sense, but teamed up with whiny Team Arrow behavior, it feels too much, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I mean, what am I supposed to care about this character,
Yeah, 100%. I agree. It's so bad.
If he didn't have...
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay, in the chat, Carrie says, I say dump the Quentin Siren storyline and give me some/any Thea screen time. And then Stormy says, I agree, Carrie. I'm so bummed Thea had no storyline this year. I totally agree with you guys. It's the last couple of years. I don't know why they're not doing anything with Thea. It doesn't make sense.
This seems like a pretty big deal. She should put on a Speedy costume. I'm just saying.
Thea's gonna...
Or give her some stuff to do with William, at least. She's his freaking aunt. Instead of just losing the kid.
Oh, man, I hated that scene. Anyway.
I knew you were going to like it. Based on what with the Ruby stuff I think we've talked about earlier. Let's see. Okay. Anyway. Sorry, Marx, were you trying to say something else? Before I went to
just if they didn't lead us in with Team Whiny Arrow, then I think Dinah's whole plot arc would have been just fine. It would be great. I would dug it. It's just too much.
Oh, she wasn't part of Whiny Team Arrow?
Yeah, it's just too much. Too many flaws going on this season for her.
I understand why whiny Team Arrow exists because they explain it at the end of the episode. But I also, I think what I don't get really is whiny Team Arrow doesn't do anything that doesn't directly relate to anything original Team Arrow is doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they do their own missions or they try to solve their own crimes. They do whatever Ollie and the rest of the gang is doing. Like, they don't really do their own separate thing. So
I mean, in the one episode they said supposedly like, "Oh, we stopped this many things this week or something. We're great." Trying to indicate they were doing their own thing, you know.
They need to show it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's going to happen? They're all going to leave the show and team up with Ralph and start their own detective agency. It's going to be great.
Why do you want to give Ralph those whiners? Jeez, I thought you liked him.
I don't know. Maybe they'll die in the pilot and then Detective Chimp joins up.
Maybe the Thinker can absorb their powers.
What powers?
They don't have any powers.
Black Canary does.
But I mean,
like
Curtis and Renee are just there.
Renee should go. At this point, if they don't, the way Curtis is now, I don't even want him around anymore unless they get him back to the way.
They've really, I tell you, they've written themselves in a really tight corner where I'm like, I don't know if you can redeem these characters. If I'm going to like either buy that at this point they're going to go back with Team Arrow, or if I even want them back, it's a shame.
Actually, well, Stormy just said in the chat, with the way they write NTA, New Team Arrow, how can they expect people to root for them against original Team Arrow?
That's true.
I mean, I think Dinah can still be.
Yeah.
Burton Sorrell and brought back
Curtis can't be too.
No, he can't, yes. Because Curtis I used to love.
Yeah. It's Renee who has, like, done this weird 180 in a way that his character really... It just says the same thing over and over again. And there's just nothing... like even his motivations, we don't care about it anymore. We don't care that it was all for his daughter. We just don't care. But speaking of don't caring, whatever happened to Diggle wanting to be the Green Arrow? Is that just not a thing anymore?
He said something last
week.
Episode.
Yeah.
Did he say last week? Okay. Because I don't remember him saying anything, or it doesn't seem like an issue anymore. So I thought, maybe he doesn't care.
Well, because he's not a whiner. He knows we got to save the city, so he's going to put that first.
That's true. That's a good.
So like Ollie, he said I could be Green Arrow. Yeah, can I be Green Arrow again? I know the city's really in danger, but I want to be Green Arrow.
Oh, forget it. I'm quitting.
I'm good. Team Arrow. Yeah.
Listeners may says, now that I think about it, Marx is right. Most of them are acting like whiny teenagers since Oliver and Felicity shacked up. I don't think it has to do with Oliver and Felicity shacking up. That'd be funny if it did.
It's correct timing, I guess, but I don't think they were related. Maybe they were. I don't know. They're all jealous.
Stormy in the chat says, Curtis and Dinah aren't that far gone to me. Renee needs to go the heck away.
Yeah.
I think that's what we
they forget Renee betrayed them. He would betray those two also, apparently, if it was his daughter, He'd be blackmailed by Russians. We don't know what's going to happen.
Totally, yeah. All right, so let's talk about the whole, Cayden stuff, and they're trying to stop him because Cayden says, I'm going to blow this midnight. I'm going to blow up the bomb or detonate the bomb, and they're trying to stop him and then prove to him, right? So, what do you think about the whole thing? That was a big part of the story. I proved to him that Oliver didn't shoot, his son.
Pretty usual Arrow fare for me, I think. It's like this isn't the first time they've tried to stop somebody from blowing up the city. Seems very
the city's doomed.
Yeah, old Arrow hat to me. Like, it didn't seem nothing of it really seemed new or interesting. The only thing that I hated was that William snuck away.
That was annoying. I was like, really?
I knew they were gonna do it, by the way. As soon as he was in the base, I knew they were going to have him do that, and that just, of course, everyone's going to be too distracted to see that he left.
Yeah.
I want to go with you. I'm scared. I'm like, you don't want to go with him. You're scared.
But you know what? So I thought it was going to be stupid, but when he actually got there, I thought they made it work.
Yeah, because
with him and Oliver and the way they made it work with Cayden, seeing Oliver and his son together, that worked for me.
Yeah, that part worked. Yeah.
That was the only reason why. But the kid really does act like half his age. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't act his age. I feel like he's
supposed to be, about 13? Is that right?
Yeah. And I think he's just the kid's been traumatized. Don't get me wrong. Like, the dude's been through a lot. But still, I don't know. It was yeah. it made sense. Like at least they made it connect to Cayden. Kind of.
I like that actually. It made sense.
Yeah,
we saw it in Cayden's humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
You know what needs to happen? Ruby needs to meet William. Because then William will have a friend, and also Ruby, because her mother's always disappearing. They can have fun together and talk about their problems with their parents.
They'll start a super team, a Teen Titans group.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
That's
I like
true.
that. He can be what? Arsenal, I guess.
We already have an Arsenal.
Well, he can be the new Arsenal.
I mean, William was showing his archery skills.
Or Red Arrow, maybe, right?
He might as well become Speedy if his aunt's never going to become it again.
That's true.
She needs to be, though.
Yeah.
Stormy's agreeing with you, Francis. They sometimes write William like he's 5 instead of 13.
Yeah, exactly. I think so.
They do. It made sense at the beginning when he was first traumatized, but now it's getting a little weird.
Yeah.
Carrie says, the best thing about this Arrow app was the Flash cameo. I had issues with this app outside of that. Yeah, we don't see him, but right, he speeds him and Diggle to get Cayden.
Which
that was fun, actually.
Yeah, but couldn't have Ollie said, hey, Barry, now that you're here, can you help me out a bit? We're looking for a bomb.
Well, Barry's in prison, man. He had to leave prison and get back before the camera caught him.
Oh, that's true. Well, technically, this happened after he escaped, or after he was freed.
Possibly,
right?
depending on how they do the timeline.
Yeah.
Probably. I think getting communication to him in prison and doing that would have been
difficult.
Yeah, so he's probably freed by now. I'm like, come on, Barry, help me out. Help a brother out here and get me that bomb.
He's
like, I'm busy with a thinker, okay?
Yeah, he's got to deal with a thinker.
Yeah. I'll do this one favor for you. I don't have time
to stop the bomb. You're on your own, Oliver.
And I got to go back. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
I want to like William, but I don't know what it is about him. It just isn't. Ruby annoyed me for like an episode or two, but she's grown on me. But
yeah, I've always loved Ruby from the beginning.
William still hasn't grown on me.
Ruby's how you do a good kid character.
Yeah.
Well, they need to stop making William so vulnerable, I think. That's the difference between William and Ruby. Ruby is perfectly fine being on her own. She's perfectly fine doing her own thing. But William, clings to Ollie like his life depended on it. At least in the scenes that he's there with Ollie. So, I mean, I think that's why he's so abrasive.
I think they tried to show that in the scene where he was helping save the people in the bus. But
didn't work.
The delivery was really...
Yeah. And also, it was 5 seconds. He didn't do anything else heroic since then. He's only done the one thing with the bus. And every other time, he's vulnerable and scared. And there's the one time he was brave and overacting. Brave and overacting for one scene. That's it.
Yeah, that's something, yeah.
See, but both he and Ruby, though, have actually very strong female characters in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
He has Felicity and Thea.
Yeah.
And they've done a lot with Felicity and him. They should do more with Thea and him, I feel. But
well, we don't know. They might be doing a lot,
Well, I mean, on screen, they should show some stuff, though.
Oh, yeah.
Teaching some martial arts.
She should totally do that. So, so he can be more confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Stormy says in the chat, I think the writing for William is the problem.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so they by the way, how did they wind up stopping? How did they finally stop Cayden or the bomb?
So he drops William picks up the detonator.
Oh, and then Cayden gets it back. That's right. And Oliver has a nice moment with his son.
Yeah.
And does Cayden just hand it over then at that point, right? Because Oliver has a talk with him.
No. It was a little confusing.
Oh no, Oliver then threw the knife or something.
Yeah. Hit him in the hand.
But he did have a nice little he did kind of try to convince him first.
He hesitated. I think he was still going to blow everybody up, though.
Okay. Right. So then, Cayden's in, I don't know, the courthouse or something, right? And it's actually cool that he's going to be helping Oliver. He's willing to help him at that point, which is nice. Kind of good redemption there for him.
Yeah. We skipped over to them gathering the crew of Anatoly and.
Oh well, hey, I was waiting to see if you guys wanted to bring it up or not.
Oh jeez. I just, well, the reason why I wanted to bring that up just briefly was you got to finally see Richard Dragon like fight a little bit. He fought with Diggle. Like they did some hand-to-hand stuff. So we know he can fight. Like he's not just a gun guy. He can actually,
Yeah, I mean, it all by the end of this episode, it all made sense.
Do some martial arts.
Earlier, Renee and I think it was Curtis, they just tackled Dragon and caught him way so easily. I was like, this is pathetic. They just caught him like it was nothing.
But we know why.
But then I figure, okay, he let himself be captured. Because then with Diggle, we actually see him finally start to reveal who he really is. Right?
Yeah.
And then
if only someone had thought about that.
Well, no, I'm about to give you credit, man. I was waiting for the reveal. No, I know Marx has been saying this, I don't know, for a long time now. And yeah, you must have been thrilled, man, because you were right on the point with this one.
This was
so Mr. Dragon was really the I think Martin from Arrow Squad might have agreed with you on that too when he was on a couple weeks ago.
I think so, yeah.
He thought Dragon was going to be so Dragon's been Richard Dragon's kind of he's really the big bad, right? Or the kind of manipulating Cayden.
Yeah.
So Francis, you didn't like that?
He's like, why would you blow the city up when you can rule it? But you were going to let the guy blow the city up. I don't understand what you're trying to say here. He was one step away. It wasn't like Dragon was trying to get the detonator out of the guy's hand. Cayden was ready to blow up the entire city. And it made it seem, and then he comes waltzing in like, this was all part of my plan, to get you to do this thing and that. This was all part of the scheme. And I'm like, what? No, it wasn't. You allowed it to go way too far if you were planning on taking over all of Star City. He went and made it seem like it was all a part of this big mastermind, and I hated that. Like, that was not the case. That was not even close to the case, because it was very close to killing everybody. So I don't
know. Maybe he was just like, I'll escape, and if the city blows up, great. If not, then everything's in place for me to take over.
Or maybe he was going to stop Cayden. He had a plan in place to stop Cayden. I'm not really sure what that was, but...
Exactly. Like, there was nothing there, but whatever. It's fine.
Maybe it wouldn't detonate. He sabotaged it, but nobody knew.
Oh, that's a good... Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
We'll never know.
But I feel like there might be more reveal, too.
I hope so.
Besides that, but we'll see.
Yeah. So.
But I liked how he rubbed in his face, like, you're always the smartest man in the room, aren't you? Trying to rub in his face like you underestimated me and stuff. So that was good.
Stormy in the chat says, I have no investment in Dragon. He's been forgettable all season. I would rather have Anatoly as the big bad. Brace says, might be the bomb was plan of bad above him, that Nissa intro. Oh, there's some villain above Dragon, I guess she's saying. That he's
So like the 100, there's the 1,000.
Yeah.
He's really
going up gang.
Yeah.
So I like that they're finally doing something with Dragon, and we got to see him actually use some martial arts because he's supposed to be one of the most amazing martial artists on the planet in the DC universe, right?
Yeah.
And that like finally this scene and the end scene, right, where he gets to be cool, and I don't know, man. I don't know if I still agree with the way they had him so lame the whole season.
Exactly. I agree.
It's not totally working for me. Like, I was thinking of the Usual Suspects, right, in Kaiser Sose, and how he's like the opposite of what he acts the opposite of what you would expect a mastermind to be. He doesn't act like just like some person in the background that's forgettable. He actually acts like the complete opposite. And I'd rather have maybe than try to do something with Dragon, where he was memorable, but in a very different way that we never thought he would be the mastermind.
100%. I agree. 100%.
Because the problem is, like somebody says, no, he was just forgettable. Like, we didn't care about him at all.
Yeah. I bet if you're not paying attention, nobody really knew his name until the end of this last episode.
He was more memorable than Boots. To be fair.
You don't know what? But we talked more about Boots than him.
That's because he was like no-name guy first. Like, who the heck is this guy?
Yeah, if you didn't know from DC Comics about Richard Dragon, I bet anybody watching this had no idea who really this guy was. Or just forgot about who. They didn't care.
And then, why is he the main villain? Like, why is he... No one... Yeah, it becomes more of a... Like, huh? Like, there's just confusion. There's nothing about this guy that sets them apart from Anatoly or from Cayden. Nothing. He's just a henchman. Well, I guess now he's not a henchman, but yeah.
I mean,
whatever.
hopefully now the rest of the season we'll get to see him be really cool.
I would assume so. Yeah,
Hope
he's gonna
so.
be the big bad or part of the big bad,
Yeah.
which is probably, who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
I hope they do the longbow hunters thing though. That'd be nice.
What is that?
Well, in the comic books, he came back. He actually,
Who? Dragon,
I remember
you're talking
correctly. Yeah, Dragon. At least in the new 52, he came to town and he wanted revenge because Diggle, who was Green Arrow at the time, had killed someone. I can't remember if it was his kid or whatever.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe, I don't remember. It's something to do with Diggle killing someone, and but he didn't know it was Diggle. He just knew it was Green Arrow, and he puts together this group of villains called Longbow Hunters, and they all go after Green Arrow and stuff. So
And they all use bow and arrows?
no, they hunt the longbow, right? They're hunting.
Oh, okay.
So I hope they do that. I almost wonder if they're not going to. Well, who knows? But if they do that, I wonder if they might bring back the woman from earlier in the season that we didn't like a whole lot. That she's supposed to be really a tough person too.
The one with the cool fight scene in the car on the car?
Is that the same episode? The one had the blinding light weapon thing, and it
I
was
think it was
confusing.
her, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they might bring her back, and I don't know. We'll see.
They got to do something because this was, I don't know. This whole first half of the season was really rough. And what happened to Anatoly? Did he just get away? He just got away, right? Like nothing happened to him.
No. Oh, wait. Well, he originally captured him, but then I think at the end they said they're all in the wind now.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's right.
Stormy
Good,
says, I think
Anatoly.
Diggle killed Dragon's father. Maybe she's talking about the comics, I think, perhaps. Probably.
That could be. That sounds right.
All right. Man.
Can you tell me, by the way, is Richard Dragon Asian in the comics? Or no?
I don't know.
Marx, do you know? Can't remember?
No, I think that version of him was Hispanic, right?
Oh,
Or
Hispanic?
maybe
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I could be wrong. But
All right.
I'll probably go look it up while you.
Yeah, all right, yes, please do.
Like, I don't know.
All right, anything else to add about this episode of Arrow?
The assassin reveal was kind of lame, I guess. Because it was just some random assassin that they.
That was
right,
kind of
right,
lame,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, some rando that we find out was killed anyway. It's like, yeah, he was the assassin that killed Cayden's son. But whatever.
Yeah, that was very non-climactic or anticlimactic.
And they kind of tried to make it relevant because, like, oh yeah, I remember this guy from something. It's like, and it wasn't related to anything from the actual show. It was just some kind of reference.
Yeah, was the guy ever shown before an episode or no?
Never seen
so.
that.
Okay.
Stormy in the chat says, Dragon said he has law enforcement in his pocket. Could that FBI lady be one of them? That's interesting.
Maybe. So to answer your question, that the new 52 Richard Dragon that this is based off of, it was Ricardo Diaz Jr. And the original Richard Dragon in the comic books was a hero. It was like super martial art guy and stuff. And supposedly the 52 guy claims that he took the name Richard Dragon after killing his martial arts teacher, who alluding to that it was that Richard Dragon. So,
all right.
So
and the
original
longbow
Richard Dragon,
Was a hero.
yes. Okay.
Yeah, he killed the sensei, took his name, is what he claims. And Dragon places a $30 million bounty on Green Arrow, which 3 members of the Longbow Hunters intend to split, which is Brick, Killer Moth, and Red Dart.
No boots.
No boots.
All right.
Nope.
All right. Fine. Yeah, and then I guess the only last thing I'm going to say is that's too bad Cayden died. Oh.
It is. Cayden died. He said it's too bad. Well, it is, because, yeah, just when I really start to actually like him and care about him, then he gets killed. I was like, oh, that sucks. He was just trying to do something good now.
Yeah. I guess.
He killed a lot of people.
But I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah. But
You know
I
where he
guess-
should have died?
I guess Marx wants
His
to
His cell phone should have rang, and he picked it up, and he got electrocuted by it.
Marx, you're terrible. See, now I'm starting to realize when we play games why Marx's characters always want to kill people when we play role-playing games.
would have been ironic because that's how he did it. He killed every electronic device is a killing device. Could be killed literally right now. We have our headphones on and we're by mics. You know, Cayden could kill us right now.
But at least Francis and I are saying we like him, so he was going to spare us.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, I like that actor a lot. I thought they could have done more of Cayden James, and you know, so
100%.
Oh well. All right, so we do this out of 4 boxing glove arrows. Race already gives it in the chat a 2.75.
Ooh.
And Marks, what do you give it?
I mean, this was a good episode overall, and takes it in a new direction. 3.25 boxing gloves.
Wow.
All right, Stormy gives it 2.5 in the chat. Francis, what do you give it?
Yeah, 2.5. It was. I was almost willing to give it a 2, but yeah, there were some. It finally makes the story makes it interesting at least. You know.
Yeah, I think overall I'm going to give it a 3 boxing of arrows. I think it was pretty solid overall. I enjoyed it. I'm interested to see how they're using Dragon now in a cool way, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope he's got all the martial arts. I really hope.
He needs all of them.
Yes.
I wish I could remember that line. Felicity said something to the effect of, like, we have all of them.
She did. You're totally right, because we all 3 of us apparently thought of our stat.
Yeah. I know, I started laughing, and Julie's like, what? I'm like, oh, it reminds me of what Francis said. I'm surprised.
Carrie gives it a 2, boxing glove arrows in the chat. But by the way, Richard Dragon is the one who does really have all the martial arts in the comics, so that's appropriate for it.
Exactly.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So
we can only hope.
We'll see.
I think somebody told me... Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that's one of the big reasons why I liked it a little bit more is because I was like, yes, they're actually going to do something with Dragon. Now, whether or not that's going to turn out great or not, we'll see. But that actor's so good in Fringe and other stuff he's been in, and that character is so good in the comic books, it just would be a shame if that's all he was.
Yeah, I actually found him menacing with the few scenes that he had in this last episode. I'm like, this guy's menacing. Like, he really does evil and creepy really well. And so I really liked, like, the few scenes he was in. It was really good. Like, he
was good in 12 Monkeys, too. I don't know if you've seen that.
Not yet. Oh, shit. Wait. You mean the series or the movie?
I've seen the movie. Oh, no, I haven't seen
Yeah. I've only seen the first couple of 12 Monkeys, but I got to go watch it because I thought it was great. Just the first couple I saw.
He's the main guy's best friend.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. Lister's mate says in the chat, all I can say is that from my electrical knowledge from being a ham radio operator, I'm glad that Marx isn't an evil scientist. Me too. It'd be very dangerous, I feel. All right, those are the shows, folks. So, again, this will be the last regular weekly show, but I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everybody, all you guys who are in the chat right now and have been watching us this week or every week. You know, Listeners Mate Race, Stormy, Carrie, Victor. I know you guys are almost always here every week, and you guys rock, and we really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah. It's been a lot more fun when you guys are in there than just us talking about it. We can do that anytime.
Yeah.
So thank you guys, really. It means a lot. And particularly Victor and Lister's Mate, and I know you guys also support us on Patreon. So thank you very much for that. Super Geeked Up will continue every Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And actually, Francis is guest co-hosting once again this Wednesday. So we do, yes, that's you. We're going to do our usual geeky shenanigans, fun geeky chats. We're going to do some geeky improv games. We have a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, it's like a Whose Line Is It Anyway, but geek-themed. And check out last week's show if you haven't. We did 50 Shades of Superheroes, so we got a little sexy with the superhero talk. It's good fun. And Francis and I got to play Chewbacca and Jabba the Hutt on a date on Disneyland on Space Mountain.
Yes, that was fun.
Victor says, take care all and stay geeky as always. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Let's give you some links before we get on out of here. Francis, where can they check your stuff out?
Well, you can find everything that I do just for me, I guess, at sinceresarcasm.net, but I am part of the Points of Interest Podcast Network at poipodcast.com. And lastly, I'm on Twitter, a.k.a. The Other Guy. That's all of my social medias right there.
Awesome. And Marx?
Yeah, you can find me different projects I work on over at marxpyle.com, including a podcast I co-host called Genretainment. You can also find Genretainment over at sci-fi pulse radio.com, and you can find including other excellent podcasts. And you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Marx.
All right. Carrie in the chat says, another good Sunday in the books. We'll do this again when it's warranted. Beyond that, we'll catch you through all the other platforms. Thank you, sir. Yes, again, we will start doing these shows every so often for finales and other, any kind of thing we think is really cool. Or we're going to still work on getting some cool actors on the show from those shows. Listeners May says, when is D&D going to be regular again? So that's another one. Yeah, and I'm sorry, folks. There's so much stuff going on. So I'm kind of just focusing on Super Geeked Up, and I'm also trying to write a couple new projects because I really want to get back to stuff like Super Knocked Up, like in fictional type writing. So I'm trying to find time to do that as well.
That's fiction? What? Yeah, I'm teasing.
No, well, yeah, I based it on my real life actually.
I thought so, man.
Yeah.
That's
that'd be exciting, man. But we are going to do gaming streams every so often as well. We did a couple weeks ago, a special one, Dresden Files, which was actually, listeners may not know was in the chat for that. That was a lot of fun.
Super fun.
Yeah, you can get all those on at supergeekedup.com or on our YouTube channel, which is the one you're watching right now, just Super Geeked Up on YouTube. And of course, here's our Patreon page. If you would like to support us and actually help us keep doing more of this stuff, patreon.com/Super Geeked Up. We very much appreciate all your support. All right, so yeah, Super Geeked Up is regular, and we'll be popping in here and there for some other shows we'll be doing, and all that cool stuff. And then, of course, Marx and Francis are doing their stuff as well, so you can catch them over on their channels and their different social medias. And so I don't know. I guess we'll see you sometime later this season for sure. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an exact date. I have no idea when the next exact date will be. So I'm not going to mess it up.
But we'll make sure to announce it well in advance so you guys can get ready for it.
Yes, absolutely. We'll give you plenty of warning so you can join us. And Victor, by the way, says in the chat, let's be honest, Super Knocked Up is based on my real life. All right, Victor, I paid you off to keep that quiet. That was based on your real life.
apparently not enough.
Well, actually, Victor means he was the villain who got knocked up, is what he means.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Sure. If you haven't seen Super Knocked Up, folks, since people keep mentioning it, you can catch that on supergeekedup.com or this YouTube channel. It's the comedy superhero series I did about a villain who gets pregnant by her superhero nemesis.
Wouldn't that be the worst superpower ever if your superpower is being a guy and being able to get pregnant?
Hey, what's wrong getting pregnant, man? It's the beauty of childbirth, Marx. Jeez.
Well, I know that's the superpower of all women.
Hey, in Alien Nation, that's what happened. The males, right? Got pregnant.
Right.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And in actually the Orville, which is one of my favorite new shows, that's all male race, and the males actually get pregnant in there as well.
That's right.
Because it's all male relationships.
They lay eggs.
That's right. Yes, they lay eggs. That's right.
I didn't mean it was awful. I just meant if that was your superpower and that was the only power you had.
Look, you can shoot eggs. You can lay eggs, man, all the time. And all right. It's going down a very different direction.
It's getting weird.
What a way to end the show. Jeez. Oh boy. All right.
Awesome.
All right, folks. No, thank you again, and thank you for watching in post. We will definitely see you later on this season, and I hope you keep watching the shows, you keep enjoying them. You can always, by the way, tweet us at Super Geeked Up or Mr. Marx and aka the other guy, and share your thoughts on the shows. You don't have to be watching this show to share your thoughts. We always love hearing from you, and we'll respond and tell you what you think. All right, so we'll see you soon. I hope you see a bunch of you Wednesday for Super Geeked Up. We always have a lot of fun there. Again, thank you very much to Francis, of course, for guest calling with us so much, and Marx and I appreciate it.
Yep, my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Very happy to be around. Very happy. Thank you.
All right. So Marx and I will see you down the road here. Thank you guys so much. We will see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.